And hello, we are live. Welcome to For the Homies podcast. I am Phantom X along with my beautiful co-host, Big Dog Jake. What's up, Big Dog?
Hello, Phantom. Hello, Chris. I'm doing well. I appreciate every day I get to come on here. Every day is a beautiful new day. I appreciate getting to hang out with the homies and do our thing. My name's Jake. I do voiceover stuff. I do political writing. Love video games. Love metal music, like Lamb of God, for instance. Here's all my shit down here if you want to find me. X, Instagram, Discord, etc. I'm Jake.
And our brother from another mother, he is the co-host of the Kings of Pop Culture. He's also the co-host of the Dynamic Duo. And he also streams from a trash can every now and then. Our boy,
You know what?
we
Really?
love him. We love him. He is the man. He is MMA Crease.
What's going on? Show no mercy on these hoes.
Wow,
Man,
Crease. So everybody.
What's up?
So everybody,
What's going on, man?
we're gonna have a packed show tonight. We got a packed show tonight. So we're gonna do a official, a true official, the right way list. But we got a couple we got a few topics. What's the first topic, Crease?
So, one of the most famous wrestlers in the world. You hardly can't see him. When I met him, I didn't see him myself. He's about to announce his retirement. Mr. John Cena himself or Mr. AKA the Peacemaker, John Cena, is going to be retiring soon for WWE. And what do you boys think about that, man?
Well,
Okay, so
Phantom had a very specific
sorry,
picture
go ahead, Jake.
that he wanted me to bring up. No, you're fine. I just wanted to bring up proof first that John Cena did announce that he will retire from professional wrestling after the 2025 season. Okay. Totally unrelated. While Phantom goes off about this, we're just going to show this, and we're going to leave it at that. All right, Phantom. Go ahead.
Okay. So Saturday night at Money in the Bank, John Cena announced that he is officially retiring from WWE. His last match will be at next year's WrestleMania. So he has gone the official movie star route, like Hogan and The Rock and a few other wrestlers, which Roddy Piper is still the greatest wrestler, movie star of all time. I digress. I'll say that in another video. Some people say that John Cena's the GOAT. I beg to differ. He's buried more talent than he has pushed up people. I liked him as Peacemaker. I loved him in James Gunn's Suicide Squad. He was pretty fucking funny as Peacemaker.
Yeah,
I've
he's
seen
funny.
some of the show.
Yeah, he's really good.
And his Mandarin is just, he's got great Mandarin.
Oh yeah, see that's the Jay. Can you pull that clip up right quick?
Which clip? Oh, the clip of him apologizing in Mandarin in the back of the limousine?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I guess. All right. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Jeez. All right. Keep. I'll find it.
Now to make context, right? So he was promoting the Fast and the Furious that he was in, and he said that Taiwan was a country. That is a big no-no to the Chinese communist.
Yeah. Big no-no.
And so he literally had to apologize in Mandarin. Fucking Mandarin. I'm pretty much saying he was fucking sorry for saying Taiwan was a country, which Taiwan is a fucking country.
YouTube, don't strike us down. Taiwan still technically exists. It's not Chinese Taipei. Anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you want me to play it, we can play it. Here we go. Whee!
你好，中，我就是叫西亚。
Too live.
我现在在《速度与激情》就我做很多采访，很多，所以在一个采访 我有一个错误，中文我
Damn.
如果可以用中文，速度与激情救人给我很多资讯。
Xi Jinping, please forgive me for my ignorance. I'm sorry that a country is not actually a country.
I was so overwhelmed with information. So overwhelmed.
很重要。
Very, 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 very
我
important.
爱更尊重中国跟中国人。我很抱歉对我的错误。
Boy,
对不起。
I'm sorry, John.
必须了解。我
You're one of those
You can stop it.
celebrities
You can
that
stop
I
it.
have
You
to
can
say
stop it.
that
You can stop it. Stop the pain. Stop
It's
the
almost
pain.
done. It's almost done. Go ahead.
不好意思，再见。
John is like one of those athletes that I like and I truly respect. Like, once again, like, you know, it's one of those things of I don't agree with you politically, but dude, you're like a pretty cool dude or whatever, or I think you're a nice guy or whatever. Like, you know, what's it called? Like LeBron. I think LeBron's one of the best NBA players of all time. But dude, your politics freaking suck when you're sucking that Chinese dick, bro. Like, it's just not good.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, LeBron also did an apology to China. He did it in English. He didn't do it in Mandarin, but you know people make fun of him because he can't even read. But he did apologize to the Chinese. Well, the Chinese Communist
yeah.
Party.
He apologized for one of the coaches that was talking shit about what was going on in fucking Hong Kong.
Who was fired immediately, by the way. That coach was like,
Yes.
they immediately axed his ass.
Yeah.
He was gone.
Yeah.
And LeBron comes out later in the day to like make a group apology, not just for himself, which
For the
he
whole
didn't do
entire
anything,
NBA.
but for the whole NBA, the entire thing.
Yeah. It's
But
one of those
the
things
thing
of
is,
like, if we're talking politically, no, I didn't think LeBron James sucks when it comes to politics. But if you're just talking about skill in basketball, we gotta separate the two. LeBron is one of the best players on earth. And Mo, if you're watching this, you know I'm right. I beat you in debate anytime. Like, love you, Mo.
I love
You-
that. I
you
love
got- you
how
gotta
Mo thinks
think,
King James is the chump.
John Cena is a 16. John Cena is a 16-time world champion. He tied with Ric Flair. All
Woo!
right. Well, we all know Ric
Cetera.
Flair has more titles than they count. You know, he's got
Yeah.
more titles than the official count and everything. Yeah, man. Chris, I only see you.
Yeah. I was
see him
seeing just invisible right here.
No,
Like, I actually
in the
did get
picture.
to.
I only see Chris. I don't see nobody else.
I know.
You can't see him.
It's like Chris
Yeah, I feel
standing
you,
in front
man.
of those middle school backgrounds and with nobody.
Yeah, I know, bro.
It's weird.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah, when I got to see John Cena, like, yeah, even though I was talking to a visible man, like, he was really cool and he was really like gentleman like, dude. He says, "How's it going? How you doing? How you going? How's he doing?" Like, you know, really cool dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he is, and I'm sure he is a really nice guy. It's just
His politics suck.
yeah, which happens. Nobody's perfect, but damn, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Oh my
It's
gosh.
one of those things, like, it's probably one of those things of like in their eyes they think our politics suck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of
It's
course.
like, you know,
Of course.
yeah, it's like
Well, if you gotta look at it this way, the America movie industry has to have China. They have to have that box office, right? Because China is the biggest box office on the planet. It's the moolah, it's the paper, it's the blue backs, and it's like with the NBA. The majority of the money that goes to the NBA players comes from fucking China.
Yep.
China.
yeah.
China.
I mean, there's a lot of people that a lot of people in China that love the NBA, man. Like, it is a big market over there, and like, you know, I mean, like, some of the top players, jersey sales. Like, I know, Kobe Bryant. I think he's still like the #1 jersey sale in China. Then it's like LeBron, Yao Ming, and then a couple of other players too, or whatever. Like some of them are retired, some of them passed away, some of them are currently playing. But like China's a big market in the NBA or whatever.
Yes,
It,
it is.
you know, I still remember John Cena's very first match when he went out and faced Kurt Angle. It was the beginning of the Ruthless Aggression era, right? So he was a wrestler for a long time.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you got his biggest rival, fucking The Rock, once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Remember that, folks? Once in a lifetime. Happened twice.
Yeah.
2 years apart.
Yeah.
That's not once.
And because they had their match and it was terrible. Rock hurt himself,
Terrible.
and it caused like a lot of money because he was doing a movie at the time, and then they still did their bullshit back and forth, crybaby shit on X and everything, and then Rock beat CM Punk, got the title, dropped it off to Cena. Yeah. And
just another thing, like surprisingly, Brock Lesnar even said this. He said that John Cena is like his hardest opponent ever. Like,
really, Brock Lesnar said that.
Yeah,
the Beast said that John Cena was his most difficult opponent.
Because he says that John Cena is like really strong. Like you don't think he is, but he, like it's like because like I think like John Cena lift up Brock Lesnar like in a practice. That's what he was talking about. He just like I think when he was like still training for like the UFC, like he just brought in Cena just as like like a sparring partner like for wrestling or whatever. And he said like, dude, Cena is tough, bro. Like he's not no easy dude, bro. Like
Well, there was WWE used to have this thing called Round Table where they would have wrestlers, right? And it was Mark Henry, it was Big Show, and I can't remember who was the other person. And they say for pound to pound, John Cena is the strongest motherfucker they know.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Because one of the WrestleMania, one of the wrestling shows. Fucking Cena picked up not only Big Show but Edge on his back for a fucking attitude adjustment.
Yeah,
and he literally picked him up and held me. They said that he held me up and he dropped me light as a feather. Right?
Yeah.
Can you consider John Cena the GOAT? Maybe. There's bigger like Ric Flair, Stone Cold, The Undertaker. That's the one thing that
Undertaker's
burns
the GOAT.
my
That's
butt
the problem.
when it comes to fucking Jeremy D-Day Cobra. He does not put the
Undertaker
He does not put the Undertaker on the same level as fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin and the fucking Ric Flair.
Look, I've never spoken to
the
Jeremy
Undertaker
in my
lived
life.
this fucking gimmick from the day he walked into WWE to his retirement.
Yeah.
Undertaker has to be up there.
People
who know nothing of wrestling know the Undertaker.
I have to say, like, you definitely have to have Brock Lesnar on there. The only reason why I say you have to have Brock Lesnar on there is this man was a WWE champion, and then he goes into MMA and like literally wins the heavyweight belt against Randy Couture. Like he beats the crap out of Randy Couture or whatever, and he defended his heavyweight title twice. And then he went back to the WWE or whatever. So like I'm just like, you have to have Brock Lesnar on there, man. Like he.
whenever you can get a guy like Brock Lesnar to go from the WWE to the UFC, gets his ass beat for a little while, then gets really fucking good. Like that's respect. Someone who can actually step out of the ring and fight for real. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And this is the point. Like Norman said, I wasn't a wrestling kid, and even I had an Undertaker toy. Yeah, I wasn't a wrestling guy growing up. I barely know anything about wrestling, but I knew about the Undertaker. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, fucking Brock Lesnar was a fucking wrestling champion in fucking college.
Right.
Yeah,
He was-
and he played in the
He
NFL
was
for a little
he
bit
was
too.
legit.
He did.
He was
did.
a legit fucking wrestler. He
Yes.
fucking wrestled. He
Yes.
almost
Yeah.
made the Olympic fucking team, but he
Right.
didn't because
Yeah.
he went fucking pro. So
Right.
Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar can legitimately kick somebody's fucking ass, and he
Yeah.
he won his UFC championship his first year, didn't he? His first fucking
Yeah, like
year.
his second, he lost his first fight against Frank Mir by like a leg lock or whatever, and then like the second fight he fought Heath Harry, like the Texas Crazy Horse, beat him by decision, and then he got elevated to a title match against Randy Couture, and he beat the living crap out of Randy Couture, won by TKO or whatever in the either the second or third round or whatever, and got the belt or whatever. He defended it twice. His first defense was against Frank Mir, like brutal, like one-sided ass whooping. Second round, like TKO. And then like he took a little bit of time off, and then he fought Shane Carwin for his second title defense. Tapped him out in the second round, and then and then he lost against Cain Velasquez or whatever. So Brock Lesnar had like 5 or 6, 7 6 or 7 MMA fights total, and he made a lot of moves in a short amount of his career or whatever. He just had like bad liver problems and stuff like that. That's what why he couldn't fight no more.
And I still think Brock Lesnar has one of the most badass scar tattoos ever, because he has that massive scar up his abdomen where they had to operate on his liver, and then he got that massive bayonet knife tattooed right there, which just looks fucking sick. Looks so amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he got his nickname, Here Comes the Pain for nothing, man. I mean, Suplex City is probably one of the best fucking gimmicks ever.
Oh yeah, Suplex City, bitch.
And one of these days, we need to do a stream talking about like controversies in wrestling, because there's a few I'd love to talk about, because I am a wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan all my fucking life. Let me give you guys a little story. So I was born in 1975 on a Saturday. By the following, because back then,
just kidding.
Yeah, I know. But so a week later in Georgia, we used to have wrestling on TBS.
Mm-hmm.
It was WCW. Well, it was the NWA.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a week old, my grandfather had me in his arms and was telling me about wrestling. My mom's told that story 1,000 times. So I've been a wrestling fan all my fucking life. So,
which is long, by the way.
I know Jeremy. I know Jeremy's not going to do a fucking wrestling stream. Guess what? The homies is going to do one before he fucking does.
We already did, technically.
He does.
We've been doing it for 20 minutes, honestly. So
yeah,
just saying.
All right, so let's segue into our next topic. So what's
our turn into the next topic?
I think her name is Shelly. She passed
Duvall.
away.
Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall. Yeah.
Shelley
she passed
Duvall.
away.
Yes, passed away age 75. Shelley Duvall, famous for a number of movies and a number of great roles. It's really sad. It's really sad.
Yeah.
75 was too young. I don't know. I don't think they announced what she passed away from. I didn't know she was ill. Not to like pull a Norm Macdonald joke, but what a shame. What a shame.
Sad day.
She's such a great actor.
Well, the last 20 years she was dealing with like issues with bipolar disorder, mental health, and I mean she's in 3 of my favorite fucking movie. 3 of my fucking favorite.
She was in The Shining, right?
Time Bandits.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was in The Shining.
She was the mother. She was the mother in The Shining. She was in Time Bandits, She's in a movie I just got through watching not too long ago, and it's my favorite character she ever did. She played Olive Oil in Popeye.
Played out. She did alongside Robin Williams in his breakout role. I mean, the movie tanked at the box office, but it's actually kind of a good movie.
It's just crazy that some of like when actors just pass away, man, or like big people like that you really admire and like inspired to be, like you just get surprised like when like all these people come out the woodworks and say like hey, this person was an inspiration in my life. It's like that's like one of the main reasons why I do go to conventions a little bit more than any. Because, like, one of my biggest regrets ever is I never got to meet Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman. Like, that, like, so that's why I just tell people, like, if you have a little bit of money on you and you have a person that you like or admire, go say what's up to them. Go get an autograph or take a picture with them. You know what I'm saying? Because, you just don't know. You really just don't know, man.
Right. It's the same way I say that every person on the planet, I don't care who you are, and I don't care what you go see, everyone should go see live music. At least once. Everybody should go to a concert to see live music.
Everybody should go to a concert. Yeah.
Well, I remember she talked about, I think it was like 85, 86, around when she started having her mental illness problems.
It was right after The Shining came out.
Yeah, she got PTSD from the hectic filming of The Shining because they literally
garbage. Like for real.
They treated her like shit. Yeah.
The director, I
that
can't
scene
think of the director's name. Oh my gosh. What's the name of the director of The Shining? Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick came out later and literally said, like not a word of a lie, came out and said that he deliberately treated Shelley Duvall and made the actors treat Shelley Duvall like she was an abused housewife and gaslight her and mentally
that's horrible.
abuse her. Like deliberately did so to get the best performance possibly could
that's
out
stupid.
of her as a battered housewife, effectively, as someone who's being psychologically manipulated by her husband. The axe scene. Here's Johnny. That ad-lib line. She didn't know that was coming. Like Jack, the character,
that was true.
Was supposed to just burst through the door. He was supposed to just burst through the door, and that was it. But the fucking axe, she didn't know. Kubrick handed him an axe, and he started going through that door. Her screaming, that was her screaming for real. She didn't know they were rolling. She didn't know they were rolling. Like
that's horrible.
She thought that was actually happening, and that's how you got that reaction.
She could have got killed because what if she put her head like right in that side where like
her Jack head was. That was the thing that her head was, and the moment that Jack pulls back that axe and about that first swing, there's a documentary. I don't know if it's still around.
It's on YouTube.
He says, "Move." He says right before he says, "Move your fucking head," and she barely moves back, and the axe comes through just millimeters from her fucking head. That you can
kind of see it in the scene because when the scene cuts from Jack swinging, you can see Shelley Duvall like moving backwards in the next cut because she literally jumped backwards, grabbed the machete off of the sink, and was like.
That's what you call directors taking it way too far or whatever. Like that's where I cut. Yeah, like that's where I kind of agree with the actors and like some of the writers where some of these Hollywood guys take it way too far. Like you guys, at the end of the day, they're still people. Come on, man. Like, you can't do people like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The same way I tell like actors and actresses they shouldn't treat their friends like crap. Directors, actors, owners of the business, you should not treat your actors like that. You shouldn't do that or whatever. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, knowing that like years later, I can't watch that movie the same way. Knowing what you know now about how I mean, Kubrick was known for doing this to his actors. He was well known for doing this shit.
Oh yeah, he was well known in in A Clockwork Orange, doing like 170 takes.
Yeah.
Like deliberately doing so, like having takes that are fine, but deliberately draining the actors to do more and more and more.
Like
and
more
him,
Alfred Hitchcock did the same thing. Like they said, Alfred Hitchcock was like perfectionist, man. No, do it again. Like do it again. Like it's crazy, man.
But I mean, it was a phenomenal movie. It was. I mean, I seen was Dr. Sleep. It was the sequel, and it was pretty decent. It was pretty decent, you know. But
it's a phenomenal movie, man. But it costs like people's mental health, man. So you know, it's like, it goes down to, is it really phenomenal?
That's the thing.
It's the dark side of Hollywood.
The movie's great. The movie's great, but exactly, it's a dark side of Hollywood type thing. I mean, I don't believe. I mean, there might be, but I highly doubt that there are directors that conduct themselves like Kubrick did. I highly
can't do it no more.
Like that.
No, you couldn't even do it today.
No way. Not in the age of social media, certainly. You know,
I know,
they leave that behind the scenes to producers and shit.
I do know that who's the director that did Kill Bill?
Quentin Tarantino.
I'm blanking here.
Tarantino.
Remember in Kill Bill when Uma Thurman was driving the car, she nearly got killed.
Oh yeah,
because of that car.
She didn't nearly get killed. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
That was a bad accident. That wasn't supposed to happen, by the way. That wasn't deliberate. Like Quentin Tarantino didn't mean for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
No, she just she crashed and she didn't have her seatbelt on because it wasn't a scene. Mm-hmm. She ate shit hard. She was in the hospital for like 3 weeks after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I heard that Tarantino paid for her bills too because he felt that bad.
That's what you should do, honestly. If you have the money for it, you put your actor in harm's way, and shit goes sideways, goes pear shaped. You know, that's the responsible thing to do.
And also, they're pretty good friends too. They're pretty good friends. They said her, Samuel L. Jackson, Quentin Tarantino. They're tight. John Travolta, they're all really good with the good friends with each other.
Yeah, all four of them have been caught like they're doing something wrong. All four of them have been spotted like going out to dinner with each other. Like all four of them and like them individually. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. I guess we'll dive in. Let's start getting into the
great actress.
Yes. Damn shame. It's an absolute shame she passed away.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal actress.
Yeah.
Good,
all
right, so what's our next topic, Grease?
So we're gonna get into the shit of Disney. And I don't even have my trash can with me. So definitely let's bring in let's talk about the Acolyte episode 7. It's basically the Snyder cut of Acolyte episode 3. It's a more extended cut. So Mr. Phantom, I'm gonna let you go ahead and go first, man. I kind of gave a little bit of my thoughts last night. I want to hear what you got to say.
I'm just staying out of the line of fire.
I gotta do something.
All right, so everybody brace for it.
All right, everybody. We have this is our new segment.
Go ahead. Start cooking, Phantom.
Go ahead, bro.
I have to say this was fucking stupid. This is the episode we should have got into episode fucking 3.
Why is that, Phantom? Why is that? Go ahead.
He's on mute.
Muted, homie. Mute yourself.
He was so mad he muted himself.
Cut that shit.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
This is the episode we should have got in episode 3.
Why is that?
So and basically this episode was a flashback. We were all right. It was a flashback. And it was from the perspective of the Jedi. So I'm gonna give a big shout out to Isaac on this because Isaac brought this up. He brought this up, and it's a good point.
Yes.
In this episode, they did so in episode 3. They did blood work of both Osha and May, and they got the results in episode 7. So apparently, Osha and May, the check the midichlorian.
Midichlorians.
Okay, whatever.
The magical shit that gives them the ability to use.
Yep.
Gotcha. Phantom Menace horseshit. So these girls, they're not sisters, they're not twins, they're the same fucking person, split into two people. They're
Yin
split
and
into
yang.
two.
Yeah, they have a yin and yang thing.
They're this.
Right. The way you described it to me was
again,
it's one person. It's one person who had their soul or whatever split into basically the evil Sith side and the good Jedi side. But of course, as you guys have told me, there is no good and evil in the show. The Jedi are the bad guys, etc., and so forth. Go ahead.
The scissor.
Chris is letting us know how it happens.
Shout out to Isaac.
Big sister.
Isaac. Yeah. So Isaac gave a good point. Isaac made a good point. This is the Dark Revan storyline from Knights of the Old Republic video game and KOTOR.
Frankly, how dare they?
So if anybody, I mean, I know Norman Conquest would know this more than I do, but in the video game, you become Dark Revan. You become the Sith Lord, and damn fly.
Spoilers for like a 23-year-old game, so don't worry, guys.
Yeah. So in the game, I think it's like one of the first games that you can play either male or female. You can play either one.
Yes.
And in the storyline, as you progress in the story, you become the greatest Sith Lord ever.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
And so in the storyline, when they're saying that, there's one person split into two, and Isaac's like, they're doing Darth Revan.
Right.
And I'm like, you're
just nicked it
fucking right.
wholesale from BioWare.
Yeah.
Just nicked Darth Revan. Boop.
And shout out to Hayden, because we had if you guys are not part of the GCA Discord.
Yeah, what do you
man. What are you guys doing, man?
Nagernal, put the link to the GCA Discord in here.
Yeah.
And also put our
making a shout out to the brothers and sisters over there, man.
That's right.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the GCA, you wouldn't have for the homies.
This wouldn't happen. This would not happen at all.
No.
That's correct. By the way, We're Run brings up a Fight Club ripoff, by the way.
I love
Are they talking about episode 7 of The Acolyte? Was episode 7 of Fight Club?
I was going to say.
I mean, the idea of having two people that are actually a singular person, like,
yeah,
is that what happened? I thought they were literally split into two different beings.
Dude, Jake, let me tell you something. This whole entire thing is just a work of just ass, bro. Like, I don't know how you explain it to me. How do you, listen, I'm not claimed to be a Star Wars expert. I'm not I'm not all knowing. Hey, I don't get it all, but you know what? This is not Star Wars, man. This is just like agenda. It's agenda, bro. That's all I get. Like, it's just like I said, we're embracing every stereotype that you could think of. You have no black dad, no black dads. They don't exist in space or something. You got the crazy white liberal trans mother telling the black woman what to do. You got the creepy Asian dude being all pervy and everything. They're yes, Master Soul. Master Soul, I'm telling you right now, and Phantom, we said this last night. let me ask you this, Phantom. Was Master Soul acting like a PDF file, bro?
Oh, 100%. And here's the theory. Now, here's the running theory. I posted these guys earlier, and they agree with me. And I said this the other night after the watch party, and a lot of people agree with me with this. Leslie Headland she used to be Harvey Weinstein. Yes, Harvey Weinstein, that Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant, who fed him girls. Literally fed him girls, right? I know, yeah, Nagranal, put the link to the GCA Discord in the
You already
chat,
did
brother.
it, dude. I already got it.
Okay.
It's already taken
All right.
care of.
Thank you.
But shout out. Shout out to 199. Hail the fellowship. Hail the GCA.
And so my theory is that people are going to see this last episode, and they're going to make it as an allegory.
Oh my gosh, she's studying Brave.
Her time working for Harvey. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Master Yopop's Jedi he was literally perving over young kids. Literally.
Bro, like literally he kept on saying, like, he says, I must have a Padawan. Like, she's my Padawan. She's talking to me. I'm like, no, dude, no. Like, so, like, this is getting creepy. Like, you know, it's like, hey, dude, like, don't go to the white van. That's basically what it is, bro. Like, it was getting to that point, man. Like, it's like,
it's like this. FBI, open up!
Yep.
And
yeah, dude, that's basically what they're making the Jedi, dude.
So
like, because it's no good or evil. Go ahead, fam. I'm sorry.
So this episode, we get more what happens on the planet when they're supposed to have been there for weeks.
7 weeks.
Weeks at this time, right? Didn't know nobody was on the planet. Didn't nobody was living there.
Okay.
7 weeks. They were there a little over a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
almost 2 months.
Well, Master Yopop's Jedi was, gallivanting, just walking through the woods, and he comes across the twins, and we see their interaction from episode 3 from his perspective. Okay, so episode 3 was perspective from from May. From May, I believe.
Yeah.
And so he follows them to a.
We're just gonna let that sit for a while.
So he follows them. So Master Yopop's Jedi follows them to the mountain, which we find out is an mining facility.
Yeah.
And so he can't get in. He can't get in. So he climbs up the fucking mountain without being seen. And he sneaks in. So the little interactions that we had in episode 3, like the noise being made, it was Yopops running around the witch's temple. Love you, Yopops. Fuck you. And
so much hate for Yopops, man. What a guy. Just catching strays all day. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So as this is going on, we see a different perspective. Like, so he goes back and he tells the other people, there are people here. There are people here.
There's people here.
Yeah. And so they go to this place, and they have the Wookiee Jedi was Saul, whoever the Wookiee's name is.
Not Chewbacca. Not Chewbacca.
Yeah, you forget the names of these characters pretty easy. That's the reason we have to make up names. And so, Carrie-Anne Moss, Matrix Hoochie.
Look, Carrie-Anne Moss was the shit. Just not in the show.
She's a girl. She's a girl boss.
Yeah. So she has the Wookiee to literally breaking and entering into this coven, this where they live, literally.
They sent a Wookiee on a stealth mission. Interesting.
Ceremony.
Bold choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just basically like a recap of number 3.
So as
Okay.
a better version. This is what episode 3 should have fucking been. It should
Yeah.
is.
So okay.
So they.
My question, my ultimate question, because I have chosen to recuse myself from these watch parties because I don't care to be involved with it because it just seems so asinine that it would just drive me insane, and then I would do nothing but bitch to my fiance afterwards about how much I hate it. By the way, Anna, I love you. You said that this episode 7, should have been episode 3, and it's effectively episode 3 from a different perspective, from Yopop's Jedi.
It's the Snyder. It's literally the Snyder cut, like Rebel Moon cut of the Acolyte. Star Wars.
So then, what do you guys think was the goal of just doing like a director's cut of the third episode 4 episodes later? Like, what's the point?
I'm gonna just say this. I think Leslie Helen basically just said, like, listen, I just want to like make sure that the Jedi are not the good guys. Like, they're the bad guys in my perspective. Like, like throughout the whole entire episode, I'm sorry, guys. Like, this is where I just get annoyed with it or whatever. Like, I'm sorry. I understand. Like, I understand she's a female Jedi. She can do whatever. I get that or whatever. But come on, man. She literally just like throughout the whole entire episode, the Moss woman, like old girl that died I don't even remember these people. Like, all right, I don't care enough either. Like, girl boss Jedi, whatever her name is, like, in the Matrix. Yeah, she basically like always kept on making her male counterparts look stupid or whatever. Like, she says, that's why I have my own. That's why I have a Padawan and you don't. So
you don't.
And constantly making him look like crap. And then old boy, the white dude, like white boy Summer, that's what I'm gonna call him from now on and everything. Eminem, like he gets his mind possessed, and like he has deep desires. Dude, like Jake, I kid you not, the guy that died and killed himself with the poison, like this is a younger version of him. The reason why he got possessed, because like the black girl Magic's mother, she was like talking to him, like, it looked like she wanted that white meat, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she wanted that white meat, like it's like, so like, cause she never seen a man before, but she was yeah. So basically, she was like looking at his deep desires, and like when he was looking at the deep desires, his main deep desire wasn't women, wasn't like lust or any of that. This fool just wanted to go home. So okay, all right. I mean, you were homesick, all right. Like so that was your attachment. Like you didn't want money, you didn't want power, you didn't want none of that. You just wanted to go home. Okay, hey, I understand. You've been on a planet of 7 weeks. Not seeing just looking at your blue balled Jedi mates all day long. So Jedis can't have any like affection against none. Let me ask you this. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm a little ranting a little bit. Most of the Jedi. I'm not a Star Wars guy. Like, I don't claim to know it all. But can Jedis have feelings for something? Because like, didn't they just break the rule because they got the attachment with the people? Like, I'm just saying. Like, and then like we move it all up. Old boy starts to have a panic attack. He goes to the thing saying like they're the same person, putting everybody in danger or whatever. And get this, the Wookiee actually gets to fight. I'm just skipping a couple of things because most of it doesn't even matter, because guess what? We don't care and everything. Like, there's no attachment. No one doesn't care. Like, it is what it is. So, White Boy Summer, him and Yopops pull up, trying to save the two black girl magic twins and everything. What's up, Westward? They're trying to save the black girl magic twins or whatever, and black girl magic mother, like, she gets accidentally killed because she turns into the little dust thing or whatever, because she freaking Yopops got scared, and I mean, if you turn into dust, so of course I'm gonna cut your head off, whatever, like, Go
Okay,
wah,
okay,
wah,
okay.
wah.
So
Yeah, like
okay,
that.
so
Yeah.
I watch a channel
Yeah.
that's a shill,
Mhm.
and the way they were
Oh,
explaining this episode, and even I'm like, are you fucking kidding me with this explanation? Okay, so this planet is supposed
Sorry,
to be
guys. I went on a little.
That's all
so
right.
this
You're good, man.
so
You're good.
so this planet is supposed to be a divergence in the force, like Dagobah, like,
Yeah.
like you know where the tree
Mhm.
where Luke goes in and he
Right.
faces the manifestation of Vader,
Of his
and
inner
like on
fear.
Knock
Well, it's the
2 where
manifestation of his
Ray
inner
goes
fear.
down and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and so the big butthole that they worship in this facility, I believe, is like the tree on Octu and the thing that
Okay.
down below it's the big butthole. So way they're saying, so they talk about the calamity, the what's it the what's that calamity the in the hyperspace lane that caused an accident
Okay.
between a cargo ship and a ship full of people,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so apparently the Leslie Headland, so they talked about it, that this is the planet that was supposedly affected by that accident. And so this planet's supposed to be barren, nobody living there, but yet they go to this planet, it's alive, and they believe it could be a nexus of the force,
Next to
and
the force.
it's like a diversion or whatever the
info.
fuck it is. What's Ebola?
Yeah.
And so I believe, so this is my theory, and a lot of people that were in the watch party agreed with me with this. I said I believe that this thing with this thing with the thread is their way of merging the two bodies back into one. That's where
Yeah.
Isaac come up with the whole Darth Revan theory.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And so the reason why May got the circle on her head and the bodies didn't merge back together is because what happens? The Jedi walk in and they stop
Yeah.
the ritual.
The process.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. And as it goes on, we finally see how the fire started.
Yeah.
And so apparently this is, like I said, this is an old mining facility. And May gets this book. She sets it on fire, and it's a accident. She didn't try to kill her sister, like they portrayed it in episode 3. And so the oil from the lantern gets up on the electrical stuff. It shorts out everything and goes to the power generator and causes an explosion.
Just proof that women should not be engineers. Not playing.
And
Here's our female audience.
And so, what's so funny about this? So on this channel, they're saying that when the Black Girl Magic lesbian witch mother she starts turning into the black dust. She's literally manifesting herself into the dark side of the fucking force. It's a manifestation of the dark side of the fucking force, people.
Oh no!
I love
Norman. Disagree, but whatever.
Shit. And
which is belong in HR personally.
And so, yeah, and so they're saying that they name drop the witches of Dathomir, and Legend says no, they're not. They're not the witches of Dathomir, even though it was fucking name dropped, so they were hinting towards it. And
come on, man. Do you really think Disney Star Wars can actually know? Yeah.
I doubt they're calling up BioWare writers. Be like, hey, remember that game you wrote like 20 years ago? Can we ask you questions about that and steal your story? I doubt they're doing that shit.
Well,
Just
hold
saying.
on, Phantom. Before
And-
you continue, Phantom, I wanted to say this just to like kind of like cap it off on like one of my theories or whatever. So like crazy trans woman, white liberal man slash lady like with the horns or whatever. That's the they had them or whatever. Don't know how that happens. Like whatever the force of the scissors or whatever. Like becomes actually
Say it with me,
possesses the
Chris.
Wookiee.
Say it with me. The
The
power,
power
of
of one,
the
the
power,
power of two, the power of the
the power of the scissor. Black girl magic.
and black girl magic. But like I was
Black
gonna
girl
say,
magic.
I was gonna say this. Like they possess the Wookiee, or like like that was another thing. They possessed the Wookiee or whatever, and like the Wookiee had like
And
all these
all the
witches,
witches.
like yeah, all the witches were all like trying to possess this Wookiee. So like basically like boss girl Jedi woman, like she like the two male Jedis could have easily threw old boy on his butt, like and like used the force, but they straight up try to fight a Wookiee. Doesn't make any sense. The males are stupid.
Terrible idea.
But we get
Terrible
it.
idea.
Yeah, terrible idea or whatever. What you gonna say, Phantom?
Now, don't forget, in this episode, she could not land the fucking ship. There's
Yeah.
no
What?
place to land. So how the fuck did she get off the ship and fucking take him down when she couldn't fucking land? He had to jump down to help them.
Yeah.
And she could not. She
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I ain't got no place to land. You're gonna have to jump."
Yeah. But get this, like she kills all the witches with her force powers, like which doesn't make any sense. But guess what? One of the witches escapes, and like we all came to the conclusion, at least I threw out the theory, like trans woman, white liberal lady that's trying to transition her kids, is possessing Leslie Headland's wife, Piccolo woman, and everything. Like she's she. So yeah, that's what we all came to. So that's the non-murder mystery that we all kind of already knew. But yeah. And besides, just want to at least let you know, I find it a little offensive from Disney not letting white women like have their role in their in this thing. Like I mean, seriously, you got a man to do it, okay? Like a trans man thingy, like it's like shame on you, Disney.
Or shame.
Shame on you.
But
Diversity.
Now this is the next two parts are like the most retarded shit. So before
there's
these
more.
witches go
Oh boy.
before the witches possess the Wookiee, they use energy arrows and shoot at the Jedi. And the dude that literally just he took a shot of vodka and
What?
he
Oh
was,
yeah,
he was like,
White
he
Boy
was- he
Summer.
was-
White Boy Summer.
Yeah, he was twirling the fucking lightsaber, taking out these damn fucking these energy arrow things. And this YouTube channel said, "Oh, he was doing some Obi-Wan Jedi sweeps and Anakin." And I was like, "Oh my god, he Obi-Wan Vadered. He Obi-Wan Vadered."
He
Dumb
Vader.
shit.
Dude, I'm just
He
gonna say
Vader,
this
he
before
Vader.
we move on. What's her name? Grace Randolph thought this episode was horrible, and if she thinks it's horrible, you come on, man. Like, come on, dude. Like, stop the shield. Please stop it. Like, it's not good. Just saying, like,
If you have Shield channels saying that the episode sucks, it's time to wrap that shit up. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
And so we get to the part where Yopos, Master Asian Space Jedi, comes up to where May and Osha are on the bridge across from each other.
Yep.
And so if anybody, I know a lot of people in here watched it with us on the GCA. There's a scene where they're on the bridge and it starts buckling because the gap
Okay.
is there's no middle. And we
Okay.
see from Master Yo Pop's Jedi Space Asian that he runs in and he tries to stop both of them with the Force. And he
Okay.
picks Osha over May and lets May fall
Die.
supposedly to
Yeah.
her fucking death.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they rescue her. They get on the ship. She's out cold, and Trinity Jedi Space, whatever you want to call her, says, "Okay, we're gonna lie to the Jedi Council and say this happened." So basically, they're doing their version of a certain point of view without saying it's a certain point of view, and it was retarded. It was retarded.
It's like, so you're basically saying like, because there's a stereotype with like that women like to lie a lot and everything. This is not like making a good like.
I don't think we're saying anything
Leslie, like,
groundbreaking tonight. I will say that.
I'm just saying, like,
A lot of women lie.
oh boy. It's like I'm just saying, like,
interesting, Norman. Interesting.
yeah,
I think more of a false
yeah.
flag lead.
Basically, like, it's saying it's the equivalent of how can I say this one? Something that's
Carefully?
named with Floyd. Something that's named with
Oh,
Floyd,
no.
and your name is just like, you know, like that situation type of thing. Like something with Floyd. I don't know what that other part was. I don't know what his first name was, but I think it began with a T.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Don't know. Like, you know,
Oh, no.
that thing. That's equivalent to like what's going on in today's thing with the media. Like, you know, we're going to lie. And by the way, and to be fair, there are situations where they do that, and you know it's wrong, and you shouldn't do it, and everything, and you should be fired. So
Chris just said doo doo. He just said doo doo.
white boy summer.
But okay, so jumping ahead of stuff. So basically,
Please.
what led up to
Please,
this was the revelation of the, and so the dude goes running after him. We get to the ship, and the show ends.
Yeah,
It ends.
and they have the most.
And they put
And
this
they have the most
retarded fucking song at the end of it.
Most gay song, GHEY song, and everything. Just wanted to. It was like two twins something or whatever. I don't know. Like something
Wait,
just tells me
have
Amanda
lyrics?
Steinberg built. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was basically like R&B. It was sort of like an R&B like type of song at the end of Star Wars. Like something tells me Amanda Steinberg probably did that. Like, Amanda, you're still fine, but you just gotta stop doing these stupid things. Like,
Okay. I feel
but
this
we
is a
did get-
fantastic way. This is a fantastic way to wrap up this discussion. As Wayfarer
Yes.
asks, is this the worst episode of the series so far? We got one more
to
to
me,
go.
it is.
The
Got one more
whole
to go.
series is dog shit. The
I
whole
understand-
series
I understand.
is dog shit.
But if you had thus far
Is it-
7 plates of dog shit in front of you, which one smells the worst?
I think number 7 is. I mean,
Well,
number
number
3 and
This one
7
has
could be the
got
same thing.
We can call 3 and 7 the same
It should
thing.
have
That's
been
double points.
Episode 7 should have been episode 3. It was
Yeah.
in my opinion, it was a waste of a flashback. This should have been Saul telling this to fucking Osha. Like it should have fucking been. It should have been it was the way they were fucking putting it in the episode 6. Nah, you just started fucking flashback for no fucking reason without fucking Saul even talking to Osha about the dumb shit. You
Yeah.
guys are fucking morons, and we still got one more episode left. We still got one more fucking episode.
That's bad, Westward. And you know what, Wayfarer? maybe next week. Maybe next week during episode 8 discussion. Fandom and Creeds will rank them in order.
Oh yeah, Wayfair. I definitely need to hit you up for this Saturday, like for what we got to go
No, that's
that we got
Westward.
going on.
That was Westward.
Yeah,
That was Westward.
yeah. I mean, that's what I meant. Westward. Wayfair, Westward. Y'all sound the same, man. You guys got W's in your name. Like, dang.
Yeah,
Love
stop
you
having
both,
W's
though.
in your names, damn it. Come up with something unique. How are they going to wrap it up next week? I don't fucking know.
We don't know.
I don't care, honestly. I'm just here to just listen to the
So, folks,
madness. Norman says 5 is the most polished turd. That's probably number 1. We'll see. Oh, and you did it again, Kreese.
so this is the part of the show, everybody. We got.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, everybody. So this is the part. All right, everybody. So this is the part of the show where we got some trailers to watch, some god awful fucking shit to watch.
Yeah, we do. Oh, son of a gun. So we have 2 trailers for you guys. It's not going to be long. It's not going to be a massive discussion. But as you guys know, I just no.
Denzel will be the best part of this movie. Let's just throw it out there.
We're just throwing it out there. Okay.
there.
Gladiator 2 is going to be made. The sequel to the 2000 movie Gladiator, starring Russell Crowe. They're making a sequel. Okay. Why? First question, why? Second off, quite frankly, how dare you? Third question, is this trailer going to be any good? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. We're going to watch it together. It's going to be fun with friends for the homies.
And we got our favorite fucking Spanish guy in it, Pedro Pascal.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Pedro Pascal. Wonderful. Why don't we go ahead and...
I hope. Yeah, let's do it up.
Let's do it, man.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Emperors, sovereigns of realms vast and boundless, bear upon their shoulders the weight of ages.
I bet you this is unused footage from Gladiator.
Yet emperors do not ascend to the throne by choice.
Shout out Denzel.
It is the throne
Denzel.
itself
See,
that
Denzel was
selects
cool in
its
this.
Denzel's cool and everything. Pedro, ew.
Some embrace peace, while others are drawn to the clamor of war.
Why does that look so CG?
Remember Lucius,
Because
the
it
war will
is.
consume you.
All right, pause it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Rewind it just a little bit for where you see the guy standing there.
Oh.
Back more.
I mean, this guy.
It was from the first Gladiator movie. They used the same fucking shit.
Yeah, they're doing the same scene. They're doing the same scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like flashbacking.
Yeah,
They
it's the
copied
same
and
scene. He's
pasted
dressed the
the
same
fucking
way. And instead of reaching out to the Empress, reaching out to Denzel. Whoever Denzel's character is. I don't know if he's supposed to be a real character in
I
Roman
hope
history.
he's not being Caesar. I hope he's not Caesar.
What, Augustus Caesar?
No.
Why not just make him Hannibal? Why not just make him Hannibal? Like, that'd be fine.
It would work.
Anyways, it would work. Let's finish this up. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Guy looks terrible with eyeliner.
Well, actually, that's what everybody was saying. Like, they think he's going to be Hannibal.
It would work if he was. He's wearing blue, which is Phoenician, so that would work. Okay.
You should have saw the first trailer where it they had rap music playing during it.
So
quite frankly, I'm glad we didn't play that one.
All right, so
because that just would not have fit at all.
So one of the other trailers. All right, so you guys remember in the first Gladiator, the first arena that Maximus was in, where he does the speech, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah, that's supposed to be in like Algeria.
In the other trailer, they show the same. They show the same arena. They're literally piecing together shit from the original trailer and the original movie into this dog. This is going to be dog shit. It's going to be dog shit. They're rehashing. This should not be Gladiator 2. This is a reboot of Gladiator. It's a reboot.
So,
if you see the
they're gonna say like, they're gonna say like,
it's the same CG. It's the same Coliseum from the original fucking movie.
They're gonna say the original director is part of it, so it's not technically a reboot, buddy.
The original director is directing it.
Yeah,
he's directing it.
Yeah, Ridley or whatever.
Yeah, Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott.
Yeah, Ridley Scott. But his movies have been boo boo the last couple of years. That's just the thing.
Yeah. Ridley Scott has lost his touch a little bit over the past decade and a half, whatever.
I think he's just trying to stay relevant inside Hollywood,
and trailers. And I mean, I have the 4K Blu-ray of fucking Gladiator. That it has all three of the original trailers.
Yeah.
The original trailers. And I saw that today and I'm like, no, I gotta look at this. And there especially the Coliseum were taken from that fucking movie. They were just their CGI was updated to make it look more like it was just recently filmed. They're just using old fucking footage from that movie in this movie. That's all they're doing.
Oh, yeah. Really?
And just that scene of that dude.
Really? You think they're reusing footage?
Okay, this is just my thing on the whole entire matter. No, I don't think there should be a Gladiator 2. No. And the thing is, I'm a huge Denzel Washington fan. I'm actually gonna go to the theater to watch this movie because of Denzel Washington, not because of everybody else. No. It's like Pedro Pascal could go somewhere. Like,
go jump.
How's he Mexican? How's he Mexican? And he's like,
I don't know. I guess he's more Spaniard than Russell Crowe.
So
that's the only thing.
Yeah, I guess whatever. I guess he could fulfill a Roman. I don't know, man. Like, listen, it just goes back to like Hollywood being Hollywood. We don't need no more reboots. We don't need no more sequels for a while. Can we just stop this? Like, this is the year of the sequel right now. Go ahead, Phantom. Yeah.
See, this is my issue with this. You cannot bring a movie. You can't do a sequel to a movie that's nearly 20 years old. It's over 20 years old.
It never works.
I hate when they fucking do this shit. When you have Gladiator, Oscar-winning fucking movie.
Best picture, best actor,
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's a 10 out of fucking Beardo. Fuck you, Beardo, with your goddamn takes on Reigns of movie. Fucking Gladiator is a 10 out of 10. You had Peter O'Toole in it. You had Russell Crowe. You had Joaquin Phoenix. One of the greatest period pieces of all time, in my opinion. I love that fucking movie. Did it have flaws? Yes. Did it have mistakes that were left in the movie? Yes. Right? Bloopers that were left in the movie.
20
plus years later, you make a part 2 to a movie, and you fucking use footage
Shut up.
from the original movie to get people hyped up for this shit. For this shit. Fuck you. Up the movie bombs. Don't fucking
Wow.
ass rape your fucking good movie to prop up this fucking shit. Fuck you. Fuck the production. Fuck Pedro Pascal for taking this he's a shit actor. And you're gonna waste
He's
Denzel
really not
in this
that-
fucking movie. You're gonna waste Denzel,
He's really-
a phenomenal
Leave this here.
fucking actor, and
This
you're
is
gonna
great.
waste
Yeah.
him in this dog shit fucking movie.
I'm not mad for
Those are
Denzel
good
taking the role. Like, you know, like at the end, listen, it's like I tell people this, like actors, like don't get mad at them for like getting the bag. Whatever role that you get, you're getting the bag, you're getting your money and everything. I get more mad at the studios because I know what they're doing and everything. Like the actors don't know what they're doing, but I know what the studios are doing or whatever. Like, you know. So yeah, Pedro Pascal, he's not a nice guy, and I still don't want to mess Mr. Fantastic. So, like, you know, that's just how I feel about him. So
The way we'll know how Denzel got this movie is his acting. If he phones it
Yeah.
in, he was roped into making this movie.
Well, look at it like this. Last year, Netflix released a show about Hannibal Barca, starring Denzel Washington as Hannibal Barca.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he's wearing blue, which is very Phoenician, very much like
Mhm.
Hannibal Barca would have. If they're going to have him play Hannibal again in another period
Yeah,
piece taking place at the same time, he very well might phone it in. I mean, excuse me, I don't want to say that about Denzel. An actor, if they were to play basically the same person in two different projects a couple years apart, might phone in the second one. Denzel might not. Denzel's a great actor. He's great in everything he's in.
yeah.
Even his
Denzel's a
past.
professional. Like,
Yes, he's
anything that
that's
Denzel
it.
is gonna do, he's gonna bring his A game every single time. I'm
Right.
not worried about Denzel. Denzel, you're excused, okay? You
Right.
do whatever you want to do and everything. Denzel doesn't have to be there. Like, you're on Denzel's schedule. The rest of
Right.
y'all, I don't know about you. The rest of y'all, like, you know,
Yeah, Denzel is absolutely a consummate professional when it comes to Hollywood, and whenever he's interviewed,
Yeah.
he speaks like that. He's like, "I'm an actor.
Now
My job
I
is
do
to do
know
my
that
lines and
they're
do it right."
yeah.
Go ahead, Phantom. Click off, homie.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, it lagged on me. I'm sorry, it lagged on me.
You're
I'm
fine.
sorry.
You're fine.
I do know that like the actress that played the I can't remember her name is. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but
That's right.
the girl that was at the end of the movie when Maximus died, she was holding his hand.
Right.
She's in the movie. And I think this is supposed to be from the perspective of the young boy that's her son.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
it is.
what I'm
Really?
getting.
Yeah,
But-
it is. Because that's who they flashed back to in the first trailer.
I hate it. Yeah, I hate it that they're using old footage to hype this movie up. They had the technology at the time when they
Yeah,
recreated the Colosseum in Rome. It was fucking phenomenal.
Thank you, Wayfair.
Yeah.
Lucia. Name is Lucia.
It was fucking phenomenal. It pisses
yeah.
me off just seeing them reusing old footage from a phenomenal movie
Right.
to hype
Yeah.
up this movie that's going to be dog shit.
And you know what? This could probably be my final point on this is if you haven't seen Gladiator or you haven't seen Gladiator in a while, go watch it. It's a fantastic movie. Again,
fantastic
it won the Triad, Best Actor, Best Director, Best Movie at the Oscars. There was some CG elements, some computer generated elements, but the movie, the overhead shots, the shots of inside the arenas, shots outside the arenas, they look fantastic. They look great. They look like what they would have looked like 1,800 to 2,100 years ago.
Yeah.
What I saw in this trailer was a lot of CGI, was a lot of filtering.
Yeah.
and it looks bad. It looks
Yeah.
too busy. The color grading is off. I don't know what the decision was behind it.
They don't have a lot of practical effects, you could tell, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because what made
Yeah, exactly.
Gladiator great was the practical effects. They had like real lions and tigers. They had like they had like real chariots and stuff like that, real swords and everything. Like they brought their A game in this movie, man.
Right.
And
And maybe it's because there's a lot of conflict going on in Sudan and Algeria and Morocco and things like that. Maybe that's why they don't feel like they could film there and make it the way they did 25 years ago. But
yeah,
this is not a substitution. This is not a substitution. If you're going to do a sequel, first off, you should have done the sequel 20 years ago. Second off,
yeah,
all this CG makes it look ridiculous. It looks dumb. It looks bad. It looks bad. That trailer looked bad, period. Phantom, do you have any closing thoughts?
It looked like they were filming in the volume.
yeah. I
That's
think we
common.
should go ahead and
where they filmed The Mandalorian. It looked like the
Yep.
volume.
yeah. I think we should go ahead and move on to the
I
next
guess we'll
subject.
go ahead and get our last fucking trailer of the night. Then we get
Sure. Let's just look at
Get the
that.
fun
let's get to the-
started.
what the fuck was that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you guys know, as we teased last week, we're at the end of today's episode, we're going to be doing a Marvel tier list, specifically the Infinity Saga Phase 1 through 3. Before that, though, we have one more trailer, and this is for the Agatha TV show on Disney Plus. Now, if you guys don't know who
Okay.
Agatha is, a couple of years ago, there was this show on Disney Plus. It seemed to be, it wasn't the first, I don't know if it was the first show that was involving
It was.
Phase.
It
It
was
was
the-
the
it
first
was-
show.
It was.
Okay, so it was
Phase
the first
4.
show involving Phase 4, WandaVision, with Wanda and Vision, Wanda Maximoff. and Vision.
It's
And Agatha was,
was,
the main
like a-
antagonist.
Yeah. It is right after Infinity War. Endgame. So
Endgame.
this is supposed to be like maybe a month after
Right.
the events of Endgame that this happened with Wanda.
Okay,
All right, let's get
And-
this pain over with.
let us. There she is. Okay, there's Agatha.
Another beautiful day.
Surprised to see you out here, detective.
Sorry, what?
Well, found her down here by the water.
So
Force trauma.
apparently she's a cop. So when she was like,
Not only
when
a
she got
cop, she's a
stuck in-
detective.
So in WandaVision, I know a lot of people didn't watch it. I did. So apparently
Whatever.
she lived in this town, and she's supposed to be this ultra badass witch
Yeah,
that Wanda gets the dark hold from, and ties into the events of Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, which was a god awful movie. Yes, I did see it.
someone had to.
So Agatha is the one who unlocked Wanda's true potential. She talked
Right.
about the Darkhold. She's the one that told her about her chaos magic. That's
Right.
how she found out she had magic.
Right.
Continue.
Then unleashed Wanda Maximoff into easily one of those powerful beings
Scarlet
in the entirety
Witch.
of the Marvel universe. The Scarlet Witch,
Yeah.
one of the most powerful witches.
She
in
gave
existence.
birth to the Scarlet Witch. Yep.
Yeah.
All the
happened
black
to you?
hands, casting magic. Yeah.
I have a lead in the case.
This is
But can't
this is
shake
Marvel
this
for
feeling
you.
of seeing
They'll
it
have
all.
like pretty okay trailers, but they're dog water.
Wanda Maximoff. Okay.
Is this really how you see yourself? That witch is gone, leaving you trapped in her distorted spell.
It-
Claw your way out.
Oh, look, it's Jersey Girl.
Oh, pause it. Pause it.
Great screen to swallows on. Good.
So is that supposed to be Wanda? So
Yeah, they found their body.
didn't Wanda get crushed by a fucking mountain in Doctor Strange? She got crushed
In a
by a
different world.
fucking mountain. How the fuck?
Yeah,
In a
but-
different
Oh
world.
my-
In a different world, a different universe. And
Yeah.
this is the problem when you, like with the Infinity Saga, you know, they kept it relatively linear, if you will, as far as universes are considered. And then when they went into phase 4, they kind of split off into different universes. And this is what happens when you get a group of writers to get together to make a show, and then you throw them all away, and then you bring in new writers for a new show, and then throw them all away, and then bring in new writers for a new show, and throw them all away. It all just fractals out, and there's just so much shit. There's so much that people just can't keep up with it. It doesn't matter how many times you watch it. Doesn't matter what order you watch it in. You can't keep up with it. You can't square all this stuff in your mind. We don't know how to think 4-dimensionally. We only know how to think in linear time. So to put all this stuff together, I doubt the writers know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
and
can't
remember, Kevin Feige is in charge of everything. So if this does
Boy.
bad, it's his fault.
As it should be.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I've seen this trailer.
Same.
And seeing Wanda's name, and just seeing the hands. Those are Wanda's fucking hands.
Right, the blackened fingers from Castle of Magic.
And I've watched.
I'm just gonna call it now. The post-credit scene is Wanda's gonna come back to life, and then that's how she ties in the X-Men. How much you guys want to bet?
Well, she is an X-Men. She's fucking Magneto's fucking daughter. They have
Do you think they'll do that?
Quicksilver back too.
It's like I really
They
believe
have
that
to.
this is
They
like the
have
Deadpool, the Deadpool movie. Like Deadpool is gonna connect this universe, make all this stuff into one or whatever.
Oh
They
god.
basically just confirmed it if they found Wanda's body. Like, you know, even though Wanda's body was in a different universe. So whatever universe Deadpool's in and whatever universe Wanda's in, it's all gonna be connected at the end of Deadpool
Lord
number
help me.
3.
Let's wrap this up.
Let's just wrap this one up, bro. Like, let's no more pausing. Like,
You know,
I miss the glory days.
ABF, if you're listening to this, I hope you
She
watch
took
this.
every
I
bit
want to
of
see this
power I
dog
had,
shit. So I can
but I
rant
can
on
beat
this
that
shit.
witch again. Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit the road.
Wait, is that supposed to be Mephisto?
Oh, so Leslie Hale. I don't know.
I'm gonna walk the witch's road. The road is a
oh,
desert.
great. So the villain gets a moral compass.
Join me.
Yeah.
She's a good person, guys. She's just misunderstood.
Now, okay, everybody, you get to see the they them that's in this series.
Join Agatha Harkness's coven. Not looking for right-minded witches, as it happens.
There's the fruit. Fruity kid.
Sweetheart, you okay?
Now remember, this fucking show has been in development hell for 3.5 years.
And you know what's the crazy part? It's gonna be coming out on my birthday.
Development hell
Whoopee.
for 3 fucking years.
Venom.
3 years.
This is gonna be coming out on my
It's gone
birthday,
through-
bro.
It's gone through several, and be coming out right before my fucking birthday. And ABF,
It's gonna be coming out on my birthday.
Nagranol, hey Nagranol, put a little thing in ABF's ear. We need to watch this dog shit. I'm gonna beat this dead horse.
I'm putting out an APB on ABF who's away for work. The first person who gets to him to say we're watching this show when it comes out in October gets, I don't know, they get candy.
It's in September, and it's gonna be on my birthday.
Whatever.
Great. Yay me.
I want to say something real quick, and this is semi-related, but I know I'm a good Christian boy, but I've dated a number of witches in my life. Now, this is all to say that what we just saw is a 16-year-old girl's dream of what they think a witch coven is like in real life. Believe me, it's way more boring than this. Okay, I just wanted to say that. Go ahead.
I'll say this. I know what they're trying to do. They really are trying to get that Wednesday
Dude.
crowd to come over to Disney Plus.
Oh yeah,
Like they're
dude.
trying their
Oh, yeah.
best, and it's just not working, bro. Like, listen, I'm just gonna be that guy. I hate to be that guy, but I'm just gonna be that guy. I'm a
Okay.
realist.
You're that guy.
Listen, I'm
They
not
want
saying
all
that
the
females can't like I'm not saying that females can't like Marvel or anything like that.
Right.
But it's a boys' brand. They're not coming over to watch this crap, dude. Like, I'm sorry. You might get maybe one or two, maybe three girls for out of the other 100 guys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they're not gonna watch it, man. Like,
Right.
listen, if it ain't on Netflix, they ain't coming, dude. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, you know, it's just the way it is.
This is a great point. Aubrey Plaza is a proto Jenna Ortega, you could say, in some kind of way.
Yeah.
And
But the thing is,
Just-
Jenna Ortega actually cares about her fans. These people don't care
That's
about
true.
the fans.
well, Aubrey Plaza. Well, yeah, okay, fair enough. One thing I will say is to tie into what you were saying, Kreese, is you're not saying that women don't necessarily watch Marvel stuff, but this is very obviously a ploy to get the, for lack of a better term, incel community to watch a show that has a bunch of big titty goth girlfriends in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me say something. So WandaVision,
We'll see.
Agatha is the stand-in for Mephisto, because
Yes.
the storyline that
They
they
decide
did
not
for
to be
WandaVision, Mephisto was supposed to be Mephisto.
Right.
So we got this fucking whatever the fuck she is in this fucking show. We didn't want this show.
Right.
We want Mephisto.
We
begging
want
for-
Mephisto. We want Satan. Damn it! Shadow. We want.
You know,
Satan.
oh,
Just saying,
you know,
we want-
you know what movie?
we want
You
Satan.
know what movie we did get Mephisto in? We got him in fucking Nicolas Cage's fucking Ghost Rider.
See, that was pretty sick though. People give Nick Cage.
That's
and Ghost
where we
Rider
got
shit,
Mephisto
but-
at. Was in fucking Ghost Rider.
Sorry, dude. Like, this is just, I don't know, man. Like, it's like I said, like,
And I love that. I love both of those movies.
this,
Shout out Ghost Rider.
like,
Shout out Ghost
you're
Rider.
not gonna get them over here, man. Like, you failed. Like, Disney, you are a money pit. You have failed. You lost all your audience. This is not for nobody's audience. Like, listen, the only thing that you can somewhat bring people back is maybe Daredevil, but I don't even think that's going to get a lot of views on it, man, because people are that mad at Disney because they just mistreated everybody that badly, man. Like,
And they said that Daredevil isn't going to be like mature. It's going to be like a PG-13 type
TV-14.
thing. So it's
yeah.
TV-14. Yeah, it's not going to be as intense as it was like on Netflix. So
Or, you know what? Even if, Jake, this is my thing. Even if it is mature, because guess what? I watch, what was it called? Echo. Like, no one never heard of it. Ha ha ha.
I've heard of it. But I never watched it.
Yeah. Look, that was a deaf joke, but
hey,
Just holding my head, just
hey,
angry and mad at God.
yeah.
well, you also got to think Echo didn't have a leg to stand on either.
Yeah, it didn't, like, nobody didn't hear about it, and she didn't have a leg to stand on. So, like, yep. It had the mature sign, but there was nothing like really. It didn't have nothing mature about it. It was like it was like TV-14 at much.
Right. It was faux
from what I
maturity.
watched.
It was faux maturity.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually mature.
Yeah, but yeah, like. But what we can do is we can reminisce about the past. How about,
boy,
boys?
could we.
Let's pull up
May we?
let's go ahead. Let's pull up that tier list.
All right. The moment you all have been waiting for, a tier list. Now, this tier list is, again, specifically for the Infinity Saga. Specifically, phases 1 through 3. And we have couple of categories. The categories are, ladies and gentlemen, GOATed, greatest of all time tier. Great movies, okay movies, mid, bad, and by request of one of the hosts, Crease's Trash Can. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 movies. Whatever order you guys want to go in, just shout them out. This
All right, so
This is definitive, and this is everlasting. This is going to be set in stone from this point. I want everybody to understand that. There are no changes to this once we are done. Boo-hoo in the comments. I don't give a shit. Complain in chat. I don't give a shit. This is it, okay? Everybody's going to shut the fuck up about it after this, okay? All right. Dad had to put his foot down. Everybody go ahead.
all right, number one GOAT, Iron Man. And
Straight up, first Iron Man, 2007.
First Iron
Let's
Man.
go. GOAT tier.
Yeah.
Done.
Yep. And
Go
here's
ahead,
why.
Robert Downey-
And here's why. It is the movie that
Started off.
this is the movie that made Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
not only a megastar, but the face of the MCU. When you
Yes.
think of fucking Marvel in the universe, you think of Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. He was the face of the franchise. They
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
want him. They did not want him as that
No,
character.
they did not.
Because
Yeah.
because at the time he was coming off of being the drugs, the alcohol.
Oh,
They
in
didn't
and out
want
of
him
jail,
because of
in and
all
out
that.
of rehab. Yeah, people
Yeah.
misremember, like, between
Mm-hmm.
like U.S. Marshals in the early 90s and his first movie
Yeah.
back in 2004, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Like,
Yeah.
that was a period of time where he was in jail and in and out of rehab and was
Dru-
considered a
drugs,
massive
everything.
fuck up, drugs, alcohol,
Yeah.
women. His father,
Yeah.
Robert Downey Sr., who was a beloved producer in Hollywood for
Yeah.
decades. Like, people were saying, like, this is like the black sheep offspring of one of the greatest men in
Yeah.
Hollywood, who people only
Yeah.
have great things to say about. And this was a genuine risk. But
Yeah.
Jon Favreau was like, no, this is it. I want this guy. And it worked. It was $80 million, and it brought in like $450-500 million.
Yeah.
And it launched
It was a hit.
all of this, for good or for bad.
Yeah.
The past about 16 years,
Yeah.
because it was because of this, was because of
Yeah.
Iron Man. And
Let me
generally
say-
speaking, it's a good movie.
Let me say this too. Another reason why this movie should be in the GOAT list too is because it did save Marvel or whatever. A lot of
Oh, yeah.
people didn't know that like Marvel was in was in bad shape or whatever. It was like they were in debt. Like no one was not like buying their merchandise or whatever. Surprisingly, DC was doing better than Marvel at this time. A lot of people
DC
don't
was
remember
crushing
those days.
Marvel at this time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
at this time or whatever. But it like because they took a chance with this movie, and like that's why the movie, if you notice, the movie was open ended on hey, my name is Iron Man or whatever. They thought that this movie wasn't gonna do good. Like a lot of people said, like, okay, if this is gonna be a one and done, no, bro, hey, we did our best or whatever.
Right.
But man, hey, it happened. Like they started this new universe. Like shout out to I Promoter, and also shout out to Kevin Feige, because with those two, like we wouldn't have any of this. So like both of them made great faces, but not so
Absolutely.
much right now. Yeah. So what's the next one? Yeah.
Probably one of the greatest scenes out of that movie was when the Mark I walks out of that
Mhm.
fucking cave.
Mhm.
And I love that movie. One of the few Marvel movies I got to go see in theaters. One
Yeah.
of the few.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll go
Up
with the second one,
next.
The Incredible Hulk. Yeah.
Oh, this movie.
Mid.
Okay. Mid. Interesting.
I
Okay.
I was
Why
gonna put it
mid?
in.
And not
What do
okay.
you think, Reese?
I was thinking that it was going to go into the trash can, but if you want to keep it mid, I mean, like,
It's an okay movie.
but it's
but-
not memorable though. Like that's my thing. Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
you know what?
it's the only movie in the Infinity Saga where a main actor, I want to say,
Quit.
was one and done.
He quit. Yeah.
But you know what? I agree with Chris. Just put in the trash can, and here's why.
D-
I did not like the look of Hulk, and they
No, I didn't.
completely fucked over Abomination. They completely fucked over Abomination.
Yeah, he looks
We
like a
didn't get
weird
good-
toothy tadpole looking thing.
It's okay. Let me put it this way: it's Doomsday cosplaying as fucking Abomination.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if anybody watched Batman v Superman, it's almost
Yeah.
the same model
Yeah.
for Doomsday.
Yeah.
I give it this
Yes.
much. The one thing that She-Hulk got right, they gave us a comic book accurate Abomination.
Yeah.
Finally.
I mean, because the thing is, with the reason why I put it in my trash can or whatever is because, like, once again, don't remember most of the movie. Edward Norton, he's a pretty complete jerk to everybody. So, like, that was another thing.
He's a master.
People hated him working with him. Like, you could tell there's some parts in the movie where he's just not in it or whatever. He just doesn't care or whatever. Like, he's like, I'm here for a paycheck or whatever. And because of him, we got Mark Ruffalo's crazy ass. So, because he was the one that recommended it to everybody. So, yeah.
Right. And according to
I have
Feige,
to-
or not Feige, who was, I can't think of
Sorry, go
who.
ahead, Jake.
Ike Perlmutter?
No, it wasn't Ike. The other guy who was the lead of Marvel Studios at the time before Feige took over. He wanted Mark
Right.
Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo was his first choice for Hulk.
Yeah.
Just saying. Anyways.
But
Iron
I have
Man
to say,
2?
Liv Tyler was a good. Wait a minute. Liv Tyler
Oh.
Tyler was a good Betty Ross. I liked her as Betty
Oh,
Ross.
yeah. He was a good Ross. He was a good Ross.
And General Ross, I thought was pretty good too. He nailed. I
Yeah.
think he did pretty well.
Yeah, Michael
He
Hurt.
looked like him.
Michael
He
Hurt.
nailed it well.
R.I.P. to Michael Hurt. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
he
Okay.
was- they at least
Yeah.
they kept him as the same character later on. So next,
Yeah.
Iron Man 2.
So we got
Iron Man 2.
2, which it's so tiny. I can't find it. That's Iron Man. Is this Iron Man 2? No, it's Iron
No,
Man.
that's
No,
Iron Man
that's
3.
Iron Man
That's Iron
3.
Man 3. Excuse me. This is Iron Man 2. Okay. So
I say
I'm going to put
it's
it
a
in
good
the
movie.
okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I put
Me
it-
too. Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you why it's okay.
It's okay. Okay.
Because one, I mean, she's not okay, but she was a nice 10 out of 10. Miss Scarlett Johansson. That's one of the that was one of the reasons why I like that movie. But also, I think this movie was a little bit overhated. Like, I mean, was it the greatest? I mean, was Whiplash the great villain? No, not really. But and of course you had Don Cheadle replacing Terrence Howard. It's one of those things. It's a lot. It's like the crowd is 50-50 with it, and I think that's why we should put it as okay. Because there's a lot of people that love this movie. There's a lot of people that love this movie. And when you go back and rewatch Iron Man 2, it's way better than the movies that we have right now. So it's not that bad. But then again, there was a lot of things inside the movie that you just forgot about, and it's just not memorable. But you can always remember Scarlett Johansson being fine. Nice 10 out of 10. Nice body. Liked her with the long hair, by the way. But that's just me. For obvious reasons. Go ahead, Phantom. What you finna say?
I think one of the best parts of that movie was Justin Hammer.
Oh
Sam
my
Rockwell
gosh. Sam Rockwell's
was
little dance that he
phenomenal as
improvised.
Justin Hammer.
Yeah, that was funny. Also, I
That's
like
great.
the parody in this movie.
Now,
no,
for me-
you don't
I
get
went
to
to
have
my
the bird.
board. I went to my board.
Yeah.
My thing was, I really enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I like Whiplash because Whiplash is like one of the badass Iron Man villains,
Mhm.
and Mickey Rourke, bad choice
Great
to play him. They could have got somebody else to play Whiplash.
Okay.
I still think when they're in Monte Carlo, where the race is, and he pulls, he walks out, he turns on the things, and he just
Yeah. Okay.
that was
in
still
that-
pretty
Phantom.
fucking good. And he
Let me ask you
and he
something,
said one
Phantom.
thing. There's one thing yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Okay, like with Mickey, would you say that like if they do the X-Men right, would you want him to come back as Omega Red? You think he will be good at that role
Yes.
for a redemption
Yes.
role? I think he'll be a good Omega Red. Yeah.
Yep. Now,
my
so
oh, good.
So one of the things that he said, that Whiplash said in that movie, was re-said later on in Endgame. If you make God bleed, well, I just had the line in my fucking head. When you make God bleed,
Mhm.
you destroy the mystique of the God, right?
Yes.
Because
Ooh.
he made Tony Stark
Pretty powerful
bleed.
one.
And
Yeah.
remember later on, it was said again when when Thanos, because remember, Iron Man made Thanos bleed
Yeah.
in Infinity War.
Yeah. That's
So,
true.
and I have to say, Don Cheadle,
Shout
I
out Don
hate him as
Cheadle.
Rhodey. He's a great actor, but
Wow.
I don't
Really?
like him as Rhodey. I don't like him. I like Terrence Howard's Rhodey. I liked his
Yeah.
Rhodey.
It's a shame Terrence Howard's a fucking crazy person.
I think Don Cheadle. I honestly feel bad for Don Cheadle because like throughout the MCU, like they did not use him a lot or whatever. Like you kind of forget that he was part of the Avengers, and he even said it himself. Like he finally felt like he was an Avenger in like the last couple of movies, even though that's not him. Thanks a lot. Secret Wars or whatever. I mean, not Secret Wars.
It's a
Secret
fucking
Invasion.
scroll.
Yeah.
It's
So
a fucking scroll.
It's totally
Yeah.
dumb. Totally dumb.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say about Iron Man 2 is
Mm-hmm.
again, just going to the scene where they're at the Monte Carlo Grand Prix. That like mobile briefcase sized Iron Man suit, that transformation was sick. That was my
That was pretty
favorite
dope.
transformation into an Iron Man suit of all three of the movies. Of all three of the Iron Man movies.
Okay.
Now,
Same
there's a couple parts in that movie I really fucking love before we get to the next one. You get
Okay.
the Easter egg of Captain America's shield. The Easter egg of Captain America's shield.
Mm.
I know. And then you get that fantastic battle at the end of the fucking movie.
That was pretty
Yeah,
badass.
where
love that battle.
Rhodey and like Iron Man, Tony and Rhodey, like they were just like murking everybody.
Yeah.
And also, fun fact, because I guess they made this part of the universe because hey, we got rights to Spider-Man. Like Peter Parker was actually the one in that Iron Man.
Right, the little Iron Man helmet.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Stark comes down, uses his repulsor, he goes, "Thanks, kid," flies away.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige
Okay.
officially said that was Tom Holland's Spider-Man on Twitter, so
Thor.
that's canon. Oh,
Thor.
God. All right,
The
Thor.
first Thor movie.
Yay, first Thor.
The first Thor.
Where's the original recipe Thor on this fucking list? It's so small. There it is. I got it.
Bring it up
All
a
right,
little
let's
bit.
see.
Bring it up a little bit so we
There
can
it
see
is.
it.
It's right here. I got it. Oh, no.
Um,
There's so many ads on this page. Fuck that. Original recipe Thor.
Put it under Iron Man. It'd be the second one.
Okay. We have our first
No,
mid. Original recipe Thor.
No, above Iron Man 2.
I'm sorry. You think original recipe Thor
Yeah,
is great?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great. Introduction of Tom Hiddleston's Loki. Great protagonist.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Loki was phenomenal in this movie.
Hold on to it,
Chris
Just hold on to it.
Chris Hemsworth was. I loved him as Thor. I
He
loved
was
the
also a
story.
total nobody.
I love the Easter eggs.
He was a total nobody.
Yeah.
He was an Australian soap actor, and he was a total risk.
Yeah.
They wanted Liam
Yeah.
Hemsworth to do it. Liam Hemsworth was more of the known name in America, but they went for his older brother, and he nailed it.
Dude, I love
Best
this
we can.
The
movie
reason he
surely
got this
because
movie,
Also, shout out, we finally got our female here. We finally got a woman here. Sophie's here. Hallelujah.
Sophie, what's going on? Yes, I'm a stickler. We're going in order, damn it. But
Yeah, Chris is calling the shots for this. He's calling them out as we go.
now we got to remember how he got this movie. He just starred in the reboot of Star Trek. He was Jim Kirk's. He played Jim Kirk's
That's
father.
right. That's right. Just for like that quick,
In-
like 3 minutes in the beginning of the movie. Yeah.
His first movie role was Jim Kirk's dad in the rebooted Star Trek franchise.
Yeah, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek in
He
09.
gets
It was just
Thor.
a couple of minutes in the first
Yeah.
movie.
So he gets the role of Thor, and I'm telling you, I like his Thor.
Oh, yeah.
I like the Thor.
I think he's good as
I-
Thor.
And the next Thor movie, I don't like it that much, but I'll get to that in a little bit.
Mhm.
yeah,
And
So-
I
I love
agree with
the-
Wayfarer, where they brought in Kenneth Branagh, and Kenneth Branagh, obviously the king of Shakespeare, and they made it a very Shakespearean tale, and I thought it was
I
really good.
love the fact that this movie had like fatherhood type of thing with him and Anthony Hopkins, which Anthony Hopkins did great as Odin, really great as Odin. The fact
Anthony
that Thor was being a selfish,
A bitch,
greedy boy
brat.
that where he took everything away from him. I take away your cape. I take away your hammer. I take away your armor. You are nothing. You're a greedy, selfish little boy. Like I was like, yo,
Pass him down to Midgard.
Yeah.
Live life as a
Just-
normal man.
Just that scene where you have Odin enchanting Mjolnir
Mjolnir.
with
yeah.
with the spell, and seeing Thor try to pick his hammer up, and he's struggling to get. You can see the heartbreak on Thor's face and his eyes. He felt bad for Thor in that scene.
Right. And that was also the big character change from the selfish, everything's about me Thor to the like, oh shit, I'm not worthy. I need to do something about I need to become worthy again. And he does. It's a redemption. It's a great redemption. Kenneth Branagh did a fantastic job.
Natalie Portman as Jane Foster was phenomenal. I mean, and who was the guy that was the one that Ray Stevens was?
Yeah, Ray
one
Stevens.
of the Warriors 3.
Yes.
Yeah,
His second Marvel movie, his second role in Marvel, because he did play the Punisher.
He was Punisher.
my
He was in
favorite
Punisher and Punisher Warzone. Yeah.
Warzone movie.
yeah.
Yep.
But
Rest in
also,
peace,
the
Ray
funny
Stevens.
thing about this movie is
I don't know, man.
just to capitalize on the eye candy, because I'll speak for all of us. I mean, you had Kate Dennings. My goodness, milk. Also, we had what's it called?
Hey,
Natalie
Chris-
Portman.
Chris, can you join me in motorboat?
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
join me in the motorboat?
Okay.
I understand you're locked down, but Anna, I love you, Anna. Like, no, forget what I said. Like, yeah. What's it called? Of course, you had Natalie Portman, which okay, with me and Natalie Portman, it's like a love-hate relationship, because Natalie Portman, like, she's that woman that capitalizes. Listen, I know I'm not the only one that did
Very
not like
good,
Kate
Nolan,
Dennings,
very
bro, for like because of her acting. I'm just saying,
It's
like,
very-
I mean,
yeah, of course it wasn't for her acting, obviously.
And they brought her back for WandaVision. and her milk.
They brought her back a couple of times. Like they already
were bigger.
They was like, yo, man, like, listen, every time when you saw Kate Dennings, you as a dude, you just paid attention to the movie more. That's what I heard. Like, I can't confirm this or
Wayfarer, this is too much detail, good sir. I'm going to have to ask you to please stop cooking so hot. All right, it's really hot. All right, man, chill.
No, but my thing about Natalie Portman is, it's like she's known to do this. Like she like only comes back to pop culture movies if she needs money, and that's where I kind of get a little annoyed with her a little bit. So other than that, it's whatever.
My favorite line that she says in that movie is when Thor gets worthy again. She says, "Oh my God."
Yeah. For sure.
She had those like she said, she had those eyes like Thor after
Anakin
done,
who?
You can ram me with your hammer as much as you fucking want. Yeah, Anakin who? Anakin who?
Anakin. Like sorry Hayden.
All
Like
right.
Next one is going to be Captain
Okay,
America,
so
the first
now-
Avenger.
Get them go. Go. Hands down.
Nah,
go.
I'm
Captain
sorry.
America
I'm gonna
First
disagree.
Avenger is go.
Whoa!
It's not goated. It's not
You wanna pick
goated.
it up?
It's not goated, bro. I'm gonna disagree with you on that. I will put it.
Well, it's,
I really want to
well,
put it okay, but just
put
to
it
make
with
a deal
Thor.
with you, I make it
with
great.
Thor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're meeting in the middle. Captain America is going in great. Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna
here's
tell you
why I
why.
think it should be goat. This is
Okay.
why I think it.
Okay.
Hugo Weaving, Red Skull.
Love Hugo Weaving. Shout out Hugo Weaving.
Great, not goat. Thank you. I'm gonna tell you why it's not
go.
goat, because one, I fall asleep to this movie all the time. I don't know why. I really do not know why. Like I want to like this movie or anything, but I fall asleep every single time.
Do you
I
think
guess
it's
it's
because
the
it takes
patient.
an hour for it to actually get
Yeah,
started?
I think it's
Like,
maybe
for
the
real?
pace. I think it's the pacing and everything. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the comment accuracy or whatever. It's cool and all, but like, I just like I can't get through it, man. It's just like I fall asleep. Me personally, I think Wonder Woman did better than Captain America. Like, I can watch the Wonder Woman movie better than this one or whatever. What's another thing? Other than, I mean, I love Tommy Lee Jones in it. Like Tommy Lee Jones will always be one of my favorite
Oh my God,
guys.
that's
He's
right.
cool.
Hayley Atwell.
Colonel. Right.
Haley
Yeah.
Atwell
Oh.
as Sharon Carter.
Yes,
I
Haley
thought she
Atwell.
was great,
The
Carter.
cast is good. The pacing is just really not that great in my opinion. Solid comic book story, like for all the comic book sticklers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just like for me and also the rewatchability. Like I tell my friends this. It's a Friday night. It's like you're with your boys. Nobody's not saying like, yo man, let's put on that first Avenger dog, man. Let's go ahead and put on that first Avenger and everything. Like nobody ain't saying that, bro. Like for when it comes to origin stories. This is a solid origin story, but I don't think it's a great movie, bro. Like to me, if it was up to me, my personal list, it's gonna be okay or mid. Like I want to put it in mid, but like but that's just me.
This is democracy.
We gotta remember this is also the first appearance of the first Infinity Stone with the Tesseract.
Yes,
this is true.
It was the first appearance of an Infinity Stone, and I have to say,
even had the ideas of the Infinity Stones.
Yeah,
the Tesseract was just a MacGuffin in this movie.
Yeah.
Yes. My thing is though, Hugo Weaving, the moment that you see him pull the face off, and I think the Red Skull makeup was so fucking good.
Yeah, and once again, like I said, like the movie is like the movie, like comic book casting, great. Pacing not so good because, and also nobody's not like I'm telling you, like you go to the most comic book people, of like most of the people that are maybe in the Phillies. Is anybody gonna go ahead and say like, "Yo, man, let's go ahead and throw on that first Avenger, bro"? Like, no, it's not doing that. Like, it's not like nobody's
I'll
not
watch
going
it
around talking about
tomorrow.
let's watch
I'm
first
gonna watch
Avenger.
it tomorrow, man.
Yo, yeah, you. No one's not
argue
going.
I love the movie.
I'll argue about this.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we might not agree on that, Phantom, but you know what? We're still cool. That's
right.
what it's all about. So
That's right.
we're gonna get to the main event of the first phase. We're gonna talk about the first Avenger movie. Now that
Go.
needs to go into the
Go.
GOAT section.
Original
Go.
recipe.
Yeah,
Go,
Go.
go,
yeah.
hands
Yeah.
down, go.
Does anything really need to be discussed about this movie? I don't think we need to discuss this movie. We could say things
Dude,
about it, but it's no discussion.
This
That's
movie right here brought every comic book
Goat.
fan, no matter what you were,
Goat.
like it didn't matter if you were a DC fan, an anime fan, or you've been a hardcore Marvel fan. This movie right here was a phenomenon. It was a pop culture phenomenon. And you know what? Dude, like I remember like it was yesterday, man. Friday, like it was Friday night, midnight when this movie dropped. I had college in the morning, bro. I said, man, I have to watch this. I don't like, man, bro, it was so dope, man. You had like Tom Hiddleston popping up as the main character as Loki.
Yeah.
You had like Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury and that thing. Yeah, it was so good, man. So freaking good. I mean, yeah, no question. It was a goated movie. Like the pacing was amazing. The characters were amazing. Yeah. Go ahead, man.
We also got the second. We got the second Infinity Stone, the Mind Stone, in Loki's staff.
Right.
Yeah.
You have two fucking scenes, well, three scenes that I love the most. One is where fucking Thor versus the Hulk in the hangar bay of the helicarrier.
Mm-hmm.
Then the whole Battle of New York, and then the very last scene is where Hulk grabs Loki and fucking flips his ass all over fucking Stark Tower and says, "Puny God."
Yeah.
This movie. No, wait. There's another scene. When they all are in New York.
Yes.
And they're down standing, and they do that pan around shot.
Right.
All the way up.
Dun, 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 dun,
Tony says, "Call it, Captain," and he starts telling everybody where's to go. And he looks at Hulk. He says, "Hulk, smash."
Hulk, smash. Now, my favorite part of this movie is like where my favorite part of this movie is like when they capture Loki and Thor pops up and like Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, the Holy Trinity, face each other, and that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember when Cap says, "I think you need to put that hammer down." You want me to put the hammer down?
You need to put down the hammer.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember when Black Widow said Cap, you should stay out of this one. Like the Norse gods are basically like gods. He says like there's only one God, ma'am, and he doesn't dress like that.
Shout out to the boy from the Bronx.
Yeah.
And I have to say,
or Queens.
The CGI was
it still holds up
in that movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks good.
The Chitauri were. I love the Battle of New York. It was
the Battle of New York was the most expensive CGI scene in history up to that point by like a massive margin.
Up until they did Age of Ultron with all the Ultrons.
I was gonna say this, like the cinematography Now that's the only thing that I say that's a little wonky or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, it does look like a. My friend did tell me, and I had to agree with them. It does look like an ABC special. Like now, if you're looking back at it, but overall, it doesn't affect the movie. Other than that, the movie's still solid or whatever. I think that's yeah.
Well, Crease, don't forget who's the director. It was Joss Whedon, who took
That
over
is true.
fucking Justice League. So
yeah, that is true. But the colors were popping though. Like the colors were on point. Everything was on point. The jokes were even pretty. This is when Marvel jokes were not overused. They meant something. Now they're just. Anytime when somebody does a Marvel joke, it's not even funny. Like it's like a. Ugh.
And the shawarma scene at the end where they all just sat around eating shawarma again, as Sophie said.
I was about to say that.
Good.
Hey, you guys,
the shawarma.
You guys ever tried shawarma?
You guys heard of shawarma?
I've heard of it. Never had it, but I'd like to try it.
Okay. So now we're gonna move on to phase 2.
3.
Yes, Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
I'm gonna put it in the mid.
Mid.
Yeah.
Okay. So just straight up.
It's
Iron
mid.
Man 3 goes mid.
The Mandarin.
Yeah,
the Mandarin killed this movie.
Mandarin switch. Yeah, the whole Mandarin switch was dumb.
It killed this movie.
Good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, and it's
We still haven't got a true Mandarin. We still haven't got a true.
I mean, if the Mandarin would have stayed the Mandarin, I think we could have at least put it up to like okay or good. I mean, well, great or whatever. But it was a nice Christmas movie though. Like, it's a good Christmas special. You can watch it during Christmas or whatever. But yeah, it's not memorable.
Another thing for me is they fucking changed War Machine to the Iron Patriot,
which is dumb. Which is dumb.
It's like good thing they switched that back when it hit Age of Ultron. But the Iron Patriot was stupid.
Half the time the movie wasn't even Don Cheadle. It was just the AI controlling the robot. It was just the robot being controlled all the time.
And also, like, I hate the fact that it's basically like your wife is telling you to get rid of all your toys, basically at the end. Like, that's basically what it was with Pepper and Tony. Like, you got to get, like, she says, we can't be together if you have all these Iron Machines. I'm like, really? Come on, dude. Like, come on.
Which is so crushing to me because
and he destroys them all.
But before we get to that at the end, the reason it's so crushing to me is because halfway through the movie, when he's sitting down with Pepper Potts and he's having a genuine discussion with her, this person that he loves, finally admitted to, he's like, I picture a screen of Iron Man suits around the world protecting us, and it's the ultimate, like, here if this were reality, we have a billionaire who has basically privatized world peace, and he looks into the eyes of the love of his life and he says, I have the ability to protect not only you and myself but the entire planet from all comers. And she eventually is like, you have to get rid of all of your toys. It's like, they're not fucking toys, Pepper. Like, I understand they were trying to pull this whole, like, Iron Man doesn't need a bazillion suits to be Iron Man. He just needs to be Tony Stark because that's what matters. But it totally shits on the emotional thrust at the midpoint of the story before it gets to the climax. When he's like, I picture Iron Man suits surrounding the world, protecting it. It's such a beautiful sentiment. And eventually, Pepper is just like, no.
You want to know where that's going, right? It's like, it's the essential of, like, you only just need one type of weapon to protect yourself. You don't need all those weapons.
Yeah,
that's that conversation. That's the
we're not getting into that
conversation.
but that's
yeah.
Okay. Go, Phantom.
Yeah, but you get.
Now
I got you.
it's
That's
I get what
after
you're saying.
hours.
time for the abomination, the abomination, Thor, the fucking dark fucking world.
Is
Goes
there
into the
is there any
fucking
discussion?
trash can.
I don't think there's any discussion needed. I think we just move
Oh.
right past this one. You guys
I
have
want
anything
to
you want
cook.
to say?
Can I please cook? Can I
Yes,
please
cook, man.
for 1 minute on this?
Go ahead.
This movie is fucking trash. It's trash, and here's why. This is the third
Shall not.
movie that we got an Infinity Stone, which is the Reality Stone. They made the Reality Stone an allegory for fucking period blood, a woman's menstruation.
Pretty much.
Because when Jane Foster finds the fucking Reality Stone, which they call what they call it in this movie,
The ether.
Oh, the ether.
The ether.
Oh,
the ether,
what a
the ether.
dumb. Such a dumb
When-
idea.
How dare you use
if
Nas's
anybody
song?
remembers this movie,
Ether and Jay-Z out there.
when the ether goes into Jane Foster, where does it go? Into her fucking stomach. Into her stomach. Not only did they fucking did this, they screwed over the Dark Elves.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I hate this goddamn movie. I hate this fucking movie.
All right.
So in this movie, supposedly Heimdall, the most powerful Asgardian who can see throughout reality, even through the multiverse,
Yes, he's omniscient.
could not see the fucking Dark Elves going past where he's standing at in a visible ship. Now I heard from a moron saying, "Oh, explain it was because it's the convergence of the realms he couldn't fucking see." You're a fucking dumbass for saying that. That's not how that works. That's not how his sight fucking works. I'm cooking, people. I am going to cook on this because I've had disagreement with somebody about this movie, and I'm about to school your dumbass like I've done before on this fucking movie. Just because you love Tom Hiddleston does not make this a fucking masterpiece. Okay?
Oh shit.
In this movie, they take the Dark Elves. Malachi, right? Is the main villain, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He is the one of the most powerful Thor villains that has come this close to killing Thor in the comic books. This close. And they made him a bitch.
Yeah.
They made him a bitch. They had a great actor playing the character, and he said that movie was dog shit.
Oh yeah, he hated
Bad.
it. He hated it. How do we feel
Yeah.
about what Westbrook just said? He said this movie is so bad that he says Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, should be moved up to bad, and that effectively Thor:
Yep.
The Dark World should have
Yep.
a trash can
Do
by
it.
itself.
You know
Okay.
what? You know what?
Do it.
Done.
You know what was? Yeah, I agree. Like, let's move it up.
Westbrook, thank you.
I agree.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Lightning round.
And yeah. Okay, so what's next? Age of Ultron?
Winter Soldier. Winter
Soldier's
Soldier.
next.
Go.
Which one's this?
Go.
That's a goat.
Yeah, this is
That's a
Winter
goat.
Soldier. Winter Soldier is easily one of the best
Goat.
of
Goat.
easily
That's
one
a
of
goat.
the best of
Goat.
the first three phases.
Can I go
Easily
first
one
on
of the
this
best
one?
Batman movies. Go ahead. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I'd say it's a goat just for this main reason. It made me actually a Captain America fan. Like, because once again, I didn't care for the first Captain America movie. I thought it was rather boring, and like once again, I fall asleep. This movie right here made me a Captain America fan, especially because the opening scene, he fights against the former welterweight champion, UFC champion, George St. Pierre in the first
GSP,
first scene,
baby.
and I thought that was a pretty dope fight. And also it was a nice what's it called, espionage movie. Like,
Yes.
you had
It
the
was legit.
government
It's a good
that
thriller.
has
really
to,
good.
that was disguised as Yahtzees. Man, that
Hang glider
Man.
and all that.
Hydra.
yeah,
No,
yep,
Hydra.
Hydra. Yeah.
They're Hydra was a branch off of the Yahtzees, so they're just known
Yeah.
as Hydra. So you
Yeah.
say Hydra, that's perfectly fine. You cut off one
Yeah.
head, grow back. Hell, Hydra.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang glider.
Me and my friend used to do that when I used to work at one of my old jobs. Like he would say, like when one head cuts off, the two heads rise.
I always wanted the Hydra tattoo because I thought it was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
But we find out what happened to Bucky.
Yeah.
He that scene where
Practicing
you
the
know, he's-
knife flip. Practicing
Yeah,
the knife flip
when-
where he's flipping the knife around. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's so sick.
The
and they got
fighting
the-
styles
they
were
got-
so good.
they got the one of the most iconic scenes from comic books when Cap jumps up with the shield and Bucky grabs it with his bionic arm. That is an iconic page from their first meeting in comic books.
Yeah.
Robert Redford.
Oh,
It's
dude,
Robert
Robert
Redford,
Redford.
right?
Oh my
As
gosh, yes,
Yeah.
it is
Hydra
Robert
leader.
Redford.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole knife fight is.
And
holy shit,
also you had
And-
like Samuel L. Jackson with the he got to use his eye type of thing.
Yes.
Like, you know.
yeah. You saw his box of various eyes
Oh,
that
I'm
he has.
gonna
for
rant
various
about that
things.
one in another movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Next one. What's up next,
I'm gonna
Chris?
rant on that when we get to that movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Age of Ultron.
Original
So-
Recipe Guardians.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
for
right.
me it's
Right.
goated, but like I can settle for great.
This will be the fourth.
Oh,
It will be the fourth Infinity. I'd say it's GOAT.
Yeah.
okay.
I
Thank
think
you.
it's GOAT.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
Okay.
It's GOAT.
Woo. Yes. Yeah. Woo.
It
Yeah.
was,
It is what the it is the fourth. It is the fourth movie within Infinity Stone, the Power Stone.
Yep.
Um,
That's 4, baby.
They literally
Good to go.
took a team.
A ragtag group.
Literally took a team that nobody knew about. James Gunn.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody
It
knew
was,
who the
it
Guardians
was
of
an
the Galaxy
obscure
were.
comic book.
Yeah.
That was like the first. Which was the first $1 billion Marvel film? Was it
It was
Guardians?
Avengers.
Or was it?
No, it was Avengers.
I think it was Guardians.
It was Avengers.
Yeah. It was Avengers. It was Avengers.
Like nearly 1.3
Avengers.
billion.
The cast. This is the movie that
Oh, the
made
cast was
who plays Star-Lord again? I had
One
his
of the
name in my
5
head, I can't
Chris's.
remember.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris
Pratt.
This is the movie that made him a movie star.
Right.
Yeah.
And if anybody was watching Parks and Recreation at the time, when there was a season where he had to go to England to work, and he came back the next season, he was totally shredded. He went from this just dad bod normal dude
And
to
let's
this absolutely
listen-
jacked dude the next season.
let's not play because the soundtrack was the bomb in this movie. Like, come on, man. Dun, dun,
Dance
dun,
around Mark.
dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Hey, hey.
Oh, there's something we forgot about the Avengers. Post-credit scene. We saw Thanos for the first time.
That's right. Joss Whedon on a
Yeah.
whim threw in Thanos.
Yeah, dude, like
Okay.
Rocket the Raccoon, Groot.
Rocket.
I mean,
Groot.
freak.
It blew me
Friggin-
away.
Yeah,
Like have Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon. First off, I watched the movie like twice and didn't even realize it was Bradley Cooper's voice. Like it
Yeah.
just totally didn't even see it. And then of course to have a family, to have what's his fucking name? Vin Diesel play Groot. Just
Vin
say I
Diesel.
am Groot a bazillion times. Like
and then Batista as Drax the Destroyer. Like,
Drax.
okay,
Yeah.
the man who doesn't
me
understand
say
sarcasm or subtext.
let me say this. Like, me personally, I wish Drax would have been more serious or whatever. But you know, him being a clown is not that bad either. So you know, that was like, you know, yeah, that prison scene was great, Sophie. That
Oh,
was an
dude.
amazing prison scene.
Oh yeah.
The he played Drax like he had autism, and I remember Batista talked about this in what?
I mean, that's kind
No,
of
I'm being
correct,
serious.
I guess.
So in one of the press junkets that Batista was talking about why he played Drax this way.
Okay.
There's this boy. His brother wrote to Batista and said he thanked him for the role because his brother had autism and watched that movie.
Oh, okay.
And Drax was his favorite character because
I see.
Okay.
like
Doesn't
it's the
understand
scene in the prison.
sarcasm, can't pick up subtext. Everything is very surface level, like very
Yeah.
what is said is what is understood is what is meant.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of how having a best friend that I've literally known longer than I can remember when I was in diapers who's autistic. That's kind of how it works, basically.
Yeah.
One of my fucking favorite fucking lines that Drax has
Sophie has great taste.
that when fucking Rocket says, "Oh, it went over his head," and he says, "Nothing goes over my head.
My head.
You know,
Yeah.
I love that fucking movie.
Yeah. The
final
cast was. Yeah.
Go
The cast was on point. The soundtrack was on point. It was a new story
Yes.
that we never heard of. This was
Mhm.
James Gunn's like break or whatever, like into like in creativity. Hopefully he can do the same thing in the DCU. We don't know. Let's give him a chance. But yeah, man. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. It's one of my favorite movies and everything. So I guess we can move on to the next one. Age of Ultron. Okay. For me, I put it as an okay movie.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. So we're gonna take the second Avengers movie if I can find it. It's really small. Here it is. Boom.
Well, I wish there's like a midway on that because we got.
What are you
the
talking
Hulk
about,
versus
dude? There's literally a
Hulkbuster.
tier called mid. We agreed on this.
Well,
Where
no,
should it go?
I think it's just okay.
Mid. Well, put it okay. No, mid is mediocre. That's not like in
Yeah.
between
I know.
the two.
I understand.
Just put
What
it in
mid
Yeah,
good.
we're just gonna
is.
put it
It's a good
okay.
movie. You
Okay,
get
so
you
it's
get,
slightly above average.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna just tell you why I think it's
Yeah.
just okay, and it's just really because I just have
No,
a personal beef with Joss Whedon on this. I didn't really like the fact that like Joss Whedon basically had I'm bringing it there. Audience, forgive me, but the fact that you have Falcon and War Machine standing on the sidelines, like I don't like that. Like you like why? Tell me why, Joss Whedon. Like,
Listen
come
up.
on, man.
Everybody
Yeah,
listen
I'm
up.
just saying.
Why'd you put
like,
the black guys on the sideline? Why'd you do it, Joss?
I'm just saying. Now I'm starting to agree with like Ray Fisher was talking about with that Joss Whedon cut, man. Because like you're like it's like, man, Joss Whedon's racist. Oh, come on, man, Ray, you're tripping. And then you saw the Snyder cut, and then you go back and watch some of his old movies, and you go back and watch some of his old TV shows. Wait a minute, hold on, Josh. Why you got all the black dude? Why you have all the black people on the other side, man? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, you got to call a spade a spade. We got to be fair. Like,
well, I have to ask the panel and the chat. Did you ever see any black people in Buffy? Did you ever see any black people in Buffy?
No. There are no black people in Angel either.
Both Joss Whedon.
Go rewatch some of Joss Whedon's old stuff. You're like, wait a minute, hold on, Josh. Like, it's like,
were there any black guys in Firefly?
No,
it was in Serenity.
No.
The movie Serenity. In Serenity, there was a black guy.
Yeah, there was
the
a
bad
black guy.
Yeah,
There was a black guy.
Yeah.
In a
Sorry,
galaxy.
Joss Whedon. I'm starting to believe them. I'm gonna have to agree with Ray Fisher on this one, man. Like, dude, I think you might. Hey, man, I think you're. Yeah, you might just be a suspect racist, dude.
This is not.
I don't know.
I want everybody to understand this right now. This is not leftist communist cringe, okay? One of our homies is not being properly represented, even though there are properly good characters that should have been in there. All right? I don't want any bitching. No bitching, because I'll find you.
It's not leftist type. It's just real talk. It's like, I can
Right.
see what, like, I'm being fair to Ray Fisher because, like, you know, when he first said that, everybody thought he was tripping. And then, like, when you go, like, rewatch all of Joss Whedon's old movies, you're like,
Just saying.
so just
Now-
say, like, you know,
Now
What are you
there,
trying to say,
now there,
Sophie?
now there was
What are you trying to say?
now
What did you just say? What did you just
there
say?
was some good stuff in this movie.
yeah, there was some good stuff.
There was some good stuff in this movie. We got the introduction to the Maximoffs, Quicksilver,
Yes.
and Scarlet Witch.
Wanda.
Yeah,
We also got Vision. We finally got
Yeah.
Vision.
yeah,
And can we not say that Ultron was a pretty good fucking villain?
yeah.
James
And you also
Spader
had-
killed it as Ultron.
I felt James
And
Spader
then
was
you-
a great voice for Ultron.
And then what's his name?
We had
made a
Andy Serkis
com-
as
made-
Ulysses
yeah, Andy
Claw.
Serkis. Yeah, he played Claw or whatever. Oh, funny thing was, like,
And-
Black Panther was supposed to be, like, in this movie, but Joss Whedon
Yes.
said no.
Mm,
Oh, it's another tick.
that's true.
Another
Because
tick.
they were in Wakanda. They were outside of Wakanda. And Ulysses S. Claw is a fucking villain of Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Now, probably there's two great scenes in that fucking movie. Hulk versus Hulkbuster. Those are
Yeah.
fucking
Go to
awesome.
sleep. Go to sleep. Go to
Give
sleep. Go
us-
to sleep. Go to sleep.
And then it's the Ultron fight at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
When they're standing there and Thor says, "Is that all you got?" Then all the
Yeah.
fucking Ultron start, and then they had that whole pan around of them fighting.
Yeah.
And then also you gotta think this is the movie that gave us Zemo.
Yeah. I know. Arguably one of the best villains in the MCU. He's one of my favorite
Right.
ones. But I also love this movie surely for the fact that they got to go to Clint's house and, like, you saw them, like, you know. You also had
So
yeah, you had Clint, and you saw Clint's family, and you saw the Avengers acted like normal people, just, like, you know, had a family moment, and I thought that was pretty dope. The
and
next one is
it's
the Ant-Man.
It's pretty.
It's
pretty
okay.
funny. It's pretty funny.
I think
Oh, we're moving on to
I
Ant-Man
think-
already. Okay.
I think it should be above okay because I did love Ant-Man. I just think
Okay.
I think it's mid, but we can
um,
put it in the okay.
Okay. All right. So it's between mid and okay.
I think it should be above okay because I think Yellow Jacket is the only thing I didn't like about the movie. So put it in okay. I think
Yeah.
Paul Rudd was phenomenal as Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd is the
I think
best thing about this movie, but I just
Michael-
like
Okay.
you
The
put
one
it there,
thing I
Greg,
will
it's
say
fine.
to that was
I
that.
think
Go ahead.
Mm,
I was just say the one thing I was going to say that was when Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas
no,
were
you-
doing
you-
the
you go
promo
ahead.
and they
Go
went
ahead. Cook.
ants. I was like, that's the dumbest fucking thing. Like, oh my god, whatever. Sophie says
also
it's
it's
not
because
mid.
Ti would.
You're not a part of this, Sophie.
I have-
Don't worry about it.
Sorry, we don't respect the 19th minute. Not playing, like. just kidding, Sophie. No. Also, you
Okay,
had
so
Ti.
for
You had
me,
you had Ti in the movie. Like,
T.I.
I'm like, what?
He compares himself.
Ti.
just getting
I was
out of
like,
prison. He just got out of prison and he bagged this role.
I'm sorry, dude. Like, I just
I mean-
could not get a. No, I didn't like Ant-Man. Like it's just not me. Like I
Now, what they should have done, I think this should have came out before Ultron, because at least
yeah
then you could have
Yes.
Hank Pym help create Ultron, because Hank Pym is the creator of
As he did in
Ultron.
the comics.
yeah.
However, in this movie, I love this movie. I love Michael Douglas as Hank Pym. I love
No,
I love the suit.
You want
I love
something?
I love
maybe next time.
I
Russ was like, okay, let's do
I
it.
I love Evangeline
Evangeline
Love.
Lilly.
Yeah, I love her as Hank's daughter.
Mhm.
I love the. I mean, to me, I love Ant-Man. Ant-Man's a great character.
Yep.
They fucked him up in the rest. I mean, they fucked him up in Endgame. But I mean,
Yep.
I mean, I
Sure
just
did.
love this movie. I love this movie. I might be partial because the character Ant-Man. I mean, I used to have like a ton of Ant-Man comic books. And he is the original founder of the Avengers in the comic
Yes.
books
Yeah.
with Wasp.
Yes, we know. We know.
But
Alright,
I'm gonna
so
tell you why.
let's-
I thought it was just for me. Like I thought it was just too kiddish. Like I don't remember it. I didn't care. Like it's That's
More
it was not a movie for me. Like that's how I say it. Like that's the Ant-Man movies. Like I just never cared for them or whatever. But I understand why people like them or whatever.
Okay.
all right, we're coming up on another goat.
Oh.
Yes, Civil War. You
Civil
guys better
War.
put Civil War as GOAT. It's the greatest MCU movie of all
Goat.
time, in my opinion.
Goat.
Oh,
That's
easily.
my that's my
Easily.
favorite one.
We get Spider.
That's my favorite one.
We get Spider-Man. We get Spider-Man. We get Zemo. The only
Yeah.
fucking villain to break up the fucking Avengers.
Yes.
We get
You get Black Panther.
The fucking
we get
airport
T'Challa.
fight scene.
Yeah.
You get Black Panther. You also get Giant Man for the first fucking time.
Yeah.
Giant Man.
Yeah. This movie
And
was
it's
so
the movie
great,
where
man.
fucking Rhodey
Yeah.
becomes a Skrull.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. That didn't happen until after phase 3. Okay? We're not bringing that
Yeah.
into this. Don't dare
Yeah.
contaminate this pool.
All right.
Dude, I love this movie so much. Like, cause like it took me a minute after the movie, cause like when I watched it the first time, I said like, yo man, this is the greatest Marvel movie of all time, in my opinion.
Yes.
Just for the sheer
Awesome.
fact of the villain actually won. Like the villain actually won. Wait a minute. The Avengers broke up? They're not cool with one another? Like, and you want to know what's the funny part? It's usually like, Iron Man is usually like, who cares about the rules? And like Captain America is like, go to the book. They did a
Right.
reverse. And I thought
Swap,
that was
yeah.
really pretty
Swap.
neat or whatever. Like, Captain America said like, after like finding out that Hydra, aka the Yahtzees, were part of the government and everything,
Right.
he can't trust anything anymore of the
Of
government.
course.
Whereas like, Tony was feeling this type of guilt that, the Avengers accidentally
Exactly.
killed people or whatever. And, you had two different philosophies. And what's the funny part? They
That's
were
correct.
both right about Wanda. Like Captain
right.
America was right about Wanda in the first half of the phases. And then later on comes to show that Tony was right about Wanda in the future. So, that's what I love. That's what I love about this movie. Like it's a chef's kiss and everything.
Also, that fight between Cap, Iron Man, and Bucky at the end of the movie.
Oh yes.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
and
Slamming
that
the shield
heartbreak-
down on a Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's my father's shield.
That heartbreaking
My father's
scene. That was heartbreaking, and it's like when
His best
Cap said he's my friend, he's my best friend. I thought yours mine too.
Yeah.
And guess what, people? It leads into a mid to okay movie. Thor Ragnarok.
Okay. So
No, actually, no.
You
It
know
goes
what?
into
Put
Doctor
up
Strange.
next
Doctor
to
Strange.
Captain America.
No, it's Doctor Strange. It's
Doctor
Doctor
Strange
Strange
is
next.
That's right. Doctor Strange. My bad.
Doctor Strange
My bad.
is next.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have an opinion about Doctor Strange. I
Can
think
we
it's
call it
fine.
Go ahead.
goat? Go ahead, Jake.
I'm just giving you my.
Go ahead,
I'm just
Jake.
giving my take because I haven't been
I wanna
given a
hear what
ton of
Jason-
takes here, but I have a take about Doctor. I have a take about a couple of these movies remaining, but they're all very simple takes. This take for this movie is I think Doctor Strange is okay. I don't think it's that great of a movie.
I agree with Jake.
Just throwing that out there. What about
I think
you,
it's
Fab?
okay.
Like if it were
Can we
me,
agree?
I would just put it here. I would say it's slightly above average. It's okay. What about you, Phantom?
Can
What do
we
you think?
put it on the same? Can we put it on the same level as Captain America: The First Avenger?
That would make it a great.
Can we put it
movie.
on that level?
I don't know
disagree
about
with you,
that,
but
bro.
So you've been
Like-
outvoted 2-1. You can discuss.
The
Go
only
ahead.
reason-
Let's try.
Can I make my argument? Can I make my argument why it should be on the level of Captain America?
Bless you, Mo.
What's up, Mo?
Bless you. Thank you for having us on last night. We really appreciate it.
Now, for me, am I here?
Yeah,
Yes,
you're here.
You're still good.
Mo cursed you. Mo's casting fucking magic, homie. The moment
He
he
said,
came
he said,
in,
j-
My camera
he said joke.
went. There it goes.
Oh, well, keep on talking.
just keep going, homie.
Oh,
Just keep cooking.
crap.
Just go.
All right, my fucking camera just fucking died. I hit my fucking computer and my damn camera messed up.
You
Okay,
shut down.
so here's my argument. Here's my argument. Here's my argument why I think Doctor Strange should be up there on the same level as Captain America. All right, so we get the next Infinity Stone, which is the Time Stone.
Okay.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch was good as Doctor Strange. I love the movie. It was comic book accurate all the way up.
Okay.
Mhm.
You finally got to see the dark dimension, the
Okay.
mirror dimension. Tilda Sweeney, what's her name?
Tilda
The ancient
Swinton.
one? Yes. She was okay. I know that was a race swap, but she was okay as the character.
It was a race swap specifically
The thing that's
because they
so-
wanted the movie to sell in China. Just saying.
Yeah. So for me, I love the villain in the movie. I think
Mads Mikkelsen.
the whole aspect of them finally bringing magic to the MCU, and Doctor Strange is one of the popular
Very good.
Marvel heroes. He's one of the popular
Right.
ones.
Yeah.
And I think the special effects was good. The illusions of how the world started like folding in on itself. I mean, all that stuff that was going on. And then the final battle when fucking Doctor Strange goes to the dark dimension and goes against Dormammu. That whole
Yeah.
thing when he puts him in the time loop and he kills
Dormammu,
him
I've come
over
to
and over
bargain with
again.
you.
And Benedict, I think it should be on the level of Captain America: The First Avenger. It's a great movie. It's a great
I
movie.
don't know about that, bro. Because this is just for me. Like no one really remembers it like that. That's really my only reason why is like, I don't even remember it like that. I mean, I have no problem with old boy playing Doctor Strange. I think he was casted correctly. He looks like him or whatever, talks like him or whatever. But to me, it's just like not on my Rolodex playlist like that to put it in the great or even a GOAT or whatever. I think it's just okay. The plot is like pretty generic or whatever. Like, once again, like, yes, the magic thing is cool or whatever, but for me, I just don't think it's like all that. And that's just me, dude. Yeah.
I agree with Chris. Phantom, the homies is a democracy. You've been outvoted 2-1. Moving on. What's next, Chris?
That's fine.
Next movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Guardians Numero Dos, Volume 2. Now,
Okay.
another opinion.
This,
I do not think
go
Volume 2
ahead.
is as good as the first one.
I think it's just okay.
Okay. Phantom,
What do you
about
think, Phantom?
It should be next.
What?
I still think in my opinion, I still think Ego was a great villain. I think the interaction with Rocket and what
Baby Groot.
the interaction with can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can still hear
We're
you.
letting you finish speaking. It's called being polite.
Yeah, Rocket and Groot, Baby Groot, hands down. Just put it next to Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
give it that much. I mean, it's not great. To
Yeah.
me, the interaction with Baby Groot and Yondu was pretty funny.
Yep.
Seeing Stan Lee's
Yeah.
cameo and
Yeah.
confirming that Stan Lee is a Watcher.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
Uh,
But to me,
I'll tell you why I think it's. Oh, go ahead.
I love
Oh,
Kurt
go ahead.
Russell as Ego. I love Kurt Russell as Ego. I like him as Ego.
If you love Kurt Russell so
Okay.
much, why don't you just marry him? Quite frankly.
I was gonna say this. This is just my.
Fuck you.
This is my opinion on why it's just okay. Like, I just felt like James Gunn, like, didn't have his heart in this one or whatever.
No.
I thought he was kind of just like, like Kevin Feige just said, like, can you put out a Guardians 2 movie? We kind of need a filler movie because, like, one of the most popular superheroes is about to enter into our universe, and we're about to start on this one, and it's gonna be Spider-Man Homecoming is the next one. Jake.
Yep. So, Spider-Man Homecoming. How do we feel?
I have no opinion. I've never seen it.
Okay. So
Wow.
this relies on me.
Wow. Okay. I mean, personally, I think that Spider-Man Homecoming was good. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was a great movie. It's not goated, but I give it great.
Norman says great.
Yeah,
I
I think it's a great movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a great movie.
From what I've seen, Michael Keaton's
There it is.
Vulture was pretty decent.
Yes.
Zendaya.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's not that big.
Tom
of a deal.
Holland.
Like,
Tom Holland. I like
Tom
his
Holland's
Peter. I like his Peter Parker Spider-Man. I love
Yeah,
I love him as Spider-Man.
It's like, to me, like, this is when I called him Iron Boy Jr. and like he was like Mr.
Yeah.
Whiny Boy or
Yeah.
whatever. That was just my thing with the Tom Holland series. But like, when it hits No Way Home, he's way better. But like, for me, it's a like, I'm being objective for whatever. I think it's a great movie. I think it's a great movie or whatever. To start out with Spider-Man or whatever, they're kind of skipping the origin stuff or whatever with the Uncle Ben stuff. They're going straight into the nitty gritty.
and you know what? Good.
But
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. For once, they finally skip the origin stuff and just get on with it.
Yeah, I agree with
they
that.
kind
We
of
all know
expect
Spider-Man's
you to
origin
know.
story. We all know
Yeah.
it. Let's go.
I mean,
I-
to me, it's more hard hitting in No Way Home when Aunt May died. For
Yeah.
me, it was more.
Spoilers, I guess.
It was. Well, we're not. It's not part of the list, but I think that was a more hard hitting.
It's not on the list.
Or
It
hit-
doesn't exist.
Fuck you.
Um,
So what's next?
Thor Ragnarok,
Right.
where Thor died.
It's okay.
Yeah, I just put it as okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Less fast.
Hela is a great villain. I love the character Hela. I think the the Sakaar scenes were pretty good, especially the battle between Thor and Hulk, where this time fucking Thor feels what Loki did, and Loki stands up and says, "Yes!"
It does
But
have
yeah.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite lines towards the beginning of the movie where Carl Urban goes, "Behold my stuff." I just
Yeah.
thought that was great. I thought that was very
Carl
funny.
Urban is the goat. He is the fucking
He's
goat.
so
I wish
funny.
his,
The
I
movie,
wish his,
the
I wish his
movie's pretty
character didn't
funny.
get killed. I wish his
It is.
character
Yeah, the
didn't
mov-
get killed.
The movie was funny, but this is where Thor actually died. Like, this was
Yes.
Thor dying or whatever. Like, it just became really goofy, the character or whatever, after this movie. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just an okay movie.
And Westward brings up a great point. We were this close
Mm.
to it just being a Planet
Yeah.
Hulk movie, and that would have been the
Yeah.
tits.
Yeah,
This is the movie they should have. This is the movie they should have introduced Beta Ray Bill in.
yeah,
This is the movie
Okay.
because he was actually the original Thor character that was in Werewolf Hulk.
Yeah.
That was the Thor that was in it, was supposed to be Beta Ray Bill, and we were told that they were supposed to be a new character put in. We got fucking Valkyrie.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Do you know the story behind the quote? He's a friend from work. I thought that was just an ad lib. I thought that
Yeah.
was just something he did. There was an actual legit
Yeah.
story behind it. I
Mhm.
didn't know that. That was
Mhm.
just an ad lib.
yeah.
And we got Taika Waititi's first fucking foray into Marvel, and he literally murdered fucking Thor.
Okay.
Yeah.
One good thing this might just be because I'm a political writer and I think this kind of stuff is funny, is I like the joke about how Taika Waititi's character tried to start a communist revolution and it failed because he didn't print enough flyers. I thought that was a good bit. I thought that was a good joke. I thought it was a good bit. I thought it was funny. He's walking around the room, Thor's sprinting and just coming up behind him and he just keeps telling the story. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I agree with
Mo is
Mo.
correct.
I agree with
Mo
Mo.
is correct.
I
Now that my
agree with Mo.
fiance has gone to bed, I can say, yes, Tessa Thompson is an ineffable plank of wood. I agree.
Yes.
I did not like Valkyrie. She should have never been in the movie.
She had the breast and bitch face, man.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Sophie.
I
I
would.
love it.
Mo, can you agree with me on this? We should have got Beta Ray Bill instead of Valkyrie in this movie because that was the new. That was.
We have
And
more
you know,
agreements. That's three.
Jeff Goldblum as the
That's not the collector. The master. What the fuck was his name?
Is it the master?
Was it the master? That seems incorrect.
Because
that might be it.
Because the collector was in Guardians.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And it's his brother.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jeff
It was
Goldblum.
nice.
Hey, just the fucking Stan Lee cameo where he cuts Thor's hair with that fucking
It was
outrageous fucking
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Grandmaster. Thank you.
Grandmaster.
Very much, Norman. The
Yeah.
Grandmaster. There we go.
This movie Loki was okay. He was better than he was in fucking Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
I thought not only Loki, but Hulk and specifically Bruce Banner were.
Yeah,
were
they were
good.
all funny.
I thought they were good in this movie.
Yeah.
I thought they were genuinely funny.
And
Yeah.
there's
Wayfair,
a
Little Late
there's a
Show
little
saying Grandmaster. Thank you.
there's a little thing that was in the movie that was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Hela goes into she goes into Odin's vault, walks around,
Yeah.
she sees an Infinity Gauntlet. She pushes it over.
Fake. Pushes it over.
And I have to say, what is the Surtur? I love
Surtur,
the
yeah.
Surtur at the end of the CGI.
The beginning?
was good.
Yeah.
Where he's fighting Surtur.
Both times.
The fight
both
at the
times.
beginning where they play the immigrant song from Led Zeppelin,
Yeah.
which is about Norse
Yeah.
mythology, if nobody's ever listened to the lyrics that closely. And then the fight
Yeah.
at the end where Ragnarok actually comes and Surtur takes down. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff.
And a cool little thing that people forget about this movie. So in the movie, when Hulk is fighting, is it Grendel? No, Fenwolf, Hela's wolf,
Fenrir.
Fenrir, which is Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Hela and the wolf are Loki's children,
Yes,
and they switched
Yeah.
them up.
because Loki turned into an 8-legged mare that Odin impregnated, and well, that's in actual Norse mythology. I don't know if that's in the comic books because I don't know the comic books, but anyway.
But the fight, that part where fucking Bruce Banner's like, "I got this." He jumps off the fucking out of the fucking vehicle. He lands and he fucking dies.
Just absolutely eats shit. Just
Flat.
dumps.
Yeah.
Now they did a little detail. So back in the Incredible Hulk, when Doomsday cosplaying as Abomination stabs Hulk in the chest with his bone out of his elbow,
Right.
they actually left the
That little scar.
the scar on his chest from
Yes.
that movie. That's a cool little detail that they kept. Now, I think that whole subplot of that Hulk Banner doesn't want to be Hulk anymore, but that was gay. That was just stupid.
Well, if they actually did Planet Hulk, where Bruce Banner is perpetually the Hulk for years on end and becomes this gladiatorial killer, I mean, that would have been fine to come out the other side of that.
But you already know why the reason why they couldn't do Planet Hulk was because of Universal. They have own the rights to it. Yeah.
So
next movie,
let's go.
It's going to be Black Panther.
I think there's a few. Yeah, there's a few we can lightning round after this. Black Panther. I thought Black Panther was a good movie. I thought Black Panther was good.
It should be up there with Spider-Man, next to Spider-Man. I liked it.
Crease, as the resident diversity hire, your opinion, I feel, matters for 2 points. So why don't you go ahead and tell us?
I have the same issues that he does with the movie, but I liked the movie. I think it was okay.
I thought it was a good movie too.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, this is my beef with Black Panther. I don't hate it, but I don't like it either at the same time because I feel like we got robbed because it was basically Lion King all over again. So, like,
that's a great point. That's a great point.
That's one of my main reasons. It doesn't suck per se. I do like fatherhood stuff in it. If it was up to me, if it was my list, I'd just put it as okay. I thought it was the most overrated movie because it was fighting racism.
I can agree with that. I mean,
it's like, I don't think it's.
Go ahead, Jake.
I don't think it's great, but it's not awful either because there was like a lot of good elements in there. It was like I like the fatherhood stuff. I think the fatherhood stuff is really important for all young men, especially in Black communities too. Like I'm glad that they tackled that really great in that movie. Also, I did like Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. I thought he was cool or whatever. It was really showing you what would happen if a militant type of person would take over anybody's government, how far it can go or whatever. Also, one more thing, and I'll give it back up to you, Jake. Also, this movie showed you, like, you know, if they, with this movie, in my opinion, and Jake, I think he might agree with me, is like they basically saying that isolationism is bad or whatever. Where to me, I'm the opposite. I think isolation is good for a while. You need to take care of your own problems before you start taking care of somebody else's or whatever. But I would love to hear what you have to say on that point or whatever.
So 2 points. First point, how the movie was effectively about isolationism is good till the very end when they're like, actually, isolationism bad. We need to help everybody else. You really do have to make sure your own shit is in order, your own house is in order before you can actually for real help other people. So I agree with you on that, Chris. Second point, in my opinion, I feel that they attempted an allegory of a peaceful, benevolent ruler versus a warlike, angry at the past sins of the father ruler. And I think, and maybe it's because people didn't really think about it that much, but the way I thought about it was, I think it blew up in their face because I think what they actually showed was you have Killmonger come in who is very much sins of the father. You know, we were kings, but
Yeah.
then you brought us into slavery. Most of my brothers are at the bottom of the ocean. At the very end of the movie, he says, "Bury me in the ocean where my people are." They had that line at the end, but the whole movie basically, if you paid attention and thought about it in the right way, was about this is what happens when you get a person in power who is angry about the sins of the past and doesn't want to move forward to try and correct stuff, and it fucks everything up. That's not what they were going for, but that's what they inadvertently ended up doing.
Yeah.
I didn't like Killmonger. I didn't like him I didn't like Killmonger. The movie was okay. I think this should have been the movie that they introduced Namor in, and it should have been right. Then, I think the biggest things with this movie for me, I mean, I love the character Black Panther and
I think we all love Black Panther.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman was a great actor.
Great actor,
dude. He only had 3 movies left after this one. This one should have been good. A better movie. Yes, it made $1 billion. Whoop-de-doo. I didn't like Killmonger. I did not like them killing Ulysses Claw. I did not like that.
They should have kept Claw around longer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the casino fight was really cool. I like how Shuri set up the suit to where it could take kinetic energy and it could release it out. I think that was pretty fucking cool. To me, I just did not like Killmonger. I just did not like Killmonger. Yeah. Michael B. Jordan's a phenomenal actor, but it's still just seeing him in this role after we just got him in that god awful Fantastic Four movie left a bad taste in my mouth. It should have been a different villain to me.
One more point. One more point before we move on to one of the big dogs. Also, it was just one of those things of like when they kind of was showing black on black crime too in this movie too, and it's just like,
right.
I see what you guys were trying to do, but it's just not like if you already know what you know, you're just good. It just like that's why I can't put this as a great movie just sheer for the fact of like it's not on no social justice. I'm a black man type of thing. It's just like I'm a black man. I understand what's going on and everything, but it's like this is my perspective on why this movie is just not that great or whatever. Like it's not no liberal social justice thing. It's just like I really don't like seeing that type of thing. Like, you know, I don't really like seeing stereotypes on black people and everything, or any type of people, like, you know, for profit gain or something like that. But that's just, you know, that's just me, you know. It's like,
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Infinity War, baby.
Infinity War. Goat.
Hands down, goat.
This is going to be hard. Goat.
That's a goat.
There it is.
Yeah, that's a goat.
Is discussion needed on this?
Here's why it's goat. You have Thanos in all his glory. Shows up, massacres the freaking Asgardians, kills just about everyone there. Heimdall's last act before he dies is transporting the Hulk to Earth to warn the Avengers. Loki's death was so meaningful. Loki finally got his redemption arc in Ragnarok, and his death was heartbreaking. I teared up because I liked Loki. I hated him in fucking Thor: The Dark World. I hated that fucking movie.
Yeah,
but Loki was a phenomenal. Tom Hiddleston was phenomenal as Loki, hands down.
Yep.
The few things I did not like about the movie, there's just a small smidgen of stuff. in the original comic book, we were supposed to have Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is a significant character in the storyline. We got him at the end of Guardians 2, and they cucked him over in Guardians 3. I don't care what people says. I hate what they did to him in that movie. However, I think one of the other biggest issues with that movie is Thor does not get Stormbreaker. That's not his axe. That's not his weapon. That's Beta Ray Bill's weapon. Was it cool to see him have it? Yes. To see him,
land in Wakanda, that was cool.
Him reactivating the Forge.
Westward, get out.
And him literally activating the Forge to create Stormbreaker was pretty cool. Right. But that's like my biggest gripe that's my biggest gripe about Thor is Stormbreaker is not his weapon.
Yeah.
It was cool to see him have it. It was cool to see him use that shit. But to me, I do love Infinity War.
Yeah. It's gonna be really quick, and then we'll move on to the next two, because the next two we can just like put those in the trash can real quick. But the Infinity War.
I'll make an argument for fucking Ant-Man and Wasp.
You'll wait for it. Good, Chris.
The Infinity War. It was amazing. Once again, Thor landing in Wakanda, like that was the best Thor that we were ever gonna get. The Guardians scenes, those were hilarious. Of course, the Wakanda scenes, those were pretty badass. And of course, we got the classic "get that man a shield" type of thing from T'Challa.
For the head.
And then also we had that sad part where Spider-Man disappears, and I don't care what anybody says, almost every grown man was shedding a tear when that happened. However, but
fight
overall, Infinity's
good. The whole fight on Titan was pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Infinity War is a great movie. But the next one, we are going to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think it's just an okay movie or a mid movie. It's not memorable. No one doesn't care about it, but that's just
I'm gonna make an argument about it.
Okay.
It is a great heist movie.
Okay. If that's where your argument begins and ends, that it's a great heist movie, fine.
Now,
is it a great Ant-Man movie? Is it a great Marvel movie?
I don't think so, because no one remembers it.
It's a good.
I don't.
Okay.
I saw that shit.
So
I don't remember it.
Okay, so Ant-Man. So this is after Civil War. Ant-Man's about to get off of his probation, where his house arrest. They literally had to come and get him to steal the building back so they can go find what's her name's mother. Ghost was a god awful villain.
Yeah,
Lawrence
that was
Fishburne.
dumb.
I love Lawrence Fishburne. He was great.
Which is that's unfortunate, because Lawrence Fishburne. I agree. Lawrence Fishburne's a great actor. They gave him a shitty character.
And I think overall, you got most of the cast come back. I love the guys that were with him in the first movie. The three ex-convicts. That was good. CGI was good. Finally, we got to see the Wasp in all her glory. I think that fight scene in the hotel was pretty cool, where she was converting back and forth fighting. Then the whole chase through San Francisco, when they were throwing stuff, and the Pez dispenser got really fucking huge. And I
just don't remember it though. That's just the thing. And everybody in the chat is saying the same thing.
Yeah,
also you get to the first time you really get to see the true quantum realm before they fuck it over in Quantumania. I think
you put it in the mid.
I'm not convinced, Phantom. I'm not convinced. It's just
it's like this.
Mid at best.
We can agree to disagree.
That's right.
Fine.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
But also I gotta remind everybody, Chris loved Batman and Robin.
I love Batman and Robin,
And this
but I wouldn't
movie's
even
better
put
than-
Yeah,
it.
but
I put
Chris
it in a
admits that
bad
it's
movie.
bad. He admits
I
it's
admit
bad.
it's bad. I know it's
the
bad.
thing, it's not to me. To me, it's better than mid. It's better than fucking Captain fucking Marvel.
This is
Yeah,
this is
Captain
the whole
Marvel-
thing.
Captain Marvel's about to go into my trash can.
Whoa, wait a minute. Captain Marvel was before this.
No, was
So,
it?
okay,
No,
we'll
no,
get
no,
to
no, no, no.
just
No, that's right.
calm down. Ultimate point. This is a tier list. Is Ant-Man and the Wasp better than OG Ant-Man? I doubt it. Is it better than Iron Man
Stop.
2? I don't think so. Is it better than Age of Ultron? No. Is it better than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? No.
No,
I think it's better than
Is it
Iron Man
better
3.
it's better
It's-
than Iron Man 3.
Could be better than Iron Man 3, but not as good as the Hulk. So, mid. Mid it
Okay.
belongs, mid it shall
I'll
stay,
concede.
and
I'll
we shall
concede
move
it.
on. Now,
Captain
here's a
America.
movie-
I mean, Captain Marvel
How
is
dare
going
you.
inside my trash
Trash.
can.
Okay,
Trash.
this I just want to say for the record, this is a movie that needs no discussion. It sucks. We don't like it. It's going in the trash, and we are moving the fuck on. Next
Nick
movie.
Fury lost his eye to a fucking cat. That's all
Forget
you
it.
gotta fucking say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next movie. Next movie.
Endgame.
It's an okay,
Okay,
movie.
Whoa!
I think it's. I would put it as mid, but like, fine. I can see to okay.
Okay, so we have an argument between mid and okay. Okay. Do I have to be the tiebreaker on this?
You
I
might
think
have
this will
to.
be the first time I'll be a tiebreaker on this movie.
Okay.
I
for
really
me.
liked Infinity War. I thought Infinity War was a
Okay.
fantastic movie. It belongs goated, as we put it. We all three agreed on that.
I can agree with you on that. I can agree
Endgame.
100% on that. Yes.
The first
I know.
hour of
I can't
Endgame
agree. Like,
It-
but I
no,
can be
no,
outvoted.
no, Chris, listen. We're not talking about End. I'm saying Infinity War. Infinity War, we
Infinity
goated.
Go.
We all three agreed on that.
Yeah,
When it comes
Yeah.
to Endgame, Endgame for me is the first hour is just
It's slow.
asinine,
Boring.
floundering. It's
it's
slow.
not memorable.
It's boring. The next half hour is gathering people
Time
up.
travel bullshit.
Fat Thor, stupid time travel. Tony Stark on basically the back of the napkin, for lack of a better term, figures out time travel like immediately.
Mhm.
Figures out a Morbius loop. It's contrite. It is boring. It is slow. The pace is
It's just a good
incredibly
phenomenon
off,
movie.
and it's only the last half hour that fucking matters.
Matters.
You know, there's a couple of emotional beats in it, like when they go to
Black
Stark,
Widow dies.
they go to Tony
Yeah.
and Pepper. Black Widow dies.
Yeah.
They go to Tony and Pepper, and they have a daughter, and he's like, "This is the life I want. I don't want to continue this anymore. I just want to be left alone." They
Tony's
have to bring him back
death.
into it.
Tony's
Yeah.
death.
Tony's death was again a big emotional point, but again, for a movie which from front to back has to be engaging, this ain't it, Chief. And
To
for me, if 75% of a movie is just middling, the last half hour can't bring it up like 3 or 4 more points.
And then like this is where my friends, shout out to my Kings of Pop Culture, y'all guys rock. Oh, y'all already know how I feel about this movie. They said, what would you do different? There's plenty of things that we could do different, and like Phantom, like we definitely could rewrite this movie together. And same thing with Jake. Like I think we can make this movie a lot more better or whatever. For me, it's just a good phenomenon movie. It's not a good rewatchable movie. No one's not going back and rewatching Endgame, bro.
No,
Like people will rewatch Infinity War. People will watch the first Avengers movie,
Right.
Iron Man, Civil War, Guardians, like those, like Winter Soldier. Like those are the ones that people go
Yes.
rewatch.
Yes.
No one's
It
not
was-
talking about rewatching Endgame like that.
Right.
It just goes back to. It's a Friday night. You with your boys. You got pizza. You got girls around. You got the drinks. Yo, man, let's throw on a movie. Yo, man, let's throw on Endgame. Nobody's
Nobody's throwing on
like
Endgame.
what?
Endgame Endgame did its job in the sense that for it and the 22 movies previous to it, it ended shit. And it was over,
Yeah.
it was done, and the ending was satisfying. The ending was satisfying. But again,
Yeah.
as a whole movie in and of itself, the first 3/4 of the movie, I bring it up again.
I don't
It
remember it.
was just asinine and contrite and boring and poorly paced. There was Fat Thor. There was weird, dumb arguments. There was weird, contrite reasonings as to why people didn't want to come back. There was weird stuff that people were doing over the 5 years. Like it's
all
it
over
is
the place.
mid at, in my opinion, it is mid.
It's mid.
It's mid.
Okay,
It's
so for me,
Westward shout out. Thank you. Go
for
ahead.
me, I agree. I mean, I've said I love the
Okay.
movie. It's a great movie. It has its issues.
Bam.
I don't think it's mid. I don't think it's mid.
Ebola makes a great point. It was more of an experience.
Yeah,
And
that's
that-
what I'm
that's
saying.
exactly
It's a
what it was.
great experience.
22 movies leading up
Yeah.
to it. It was an experience. It closed the book. That's it. That's game. Literally, that's Endgame. Period. We're done. And
I
that's
have to say it's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. It should be
Yeah.
higher.
It's
'Cause it's better. It's better. And here's
it's
why.
better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, and it's better than Iron Man 3. I can say that. Like
So does
put
that
it up.
mean
You could put
Should we bump?
It needs
Should
to
we
be
bump
up.
Ant-Man and the Wasp and Iron Man 3 down?
No, they should stay where they're at. I think we need to bump Endgame up.
so you just put it okay.
Yes. All right. So
Alright.
Yeah,
for me,
okay.
Okay.
what
this
I
is
love
democracy.
about
Okay.
for what I love about the movie, it is slow in the beginning, 100%. I think Fat Thor
What are you doing, Wayfair?
for the Fat Thor thing was really fucking stupid.
Yes,
In my opinion, it was stupid.
Thor
It was stupid.
Thor can't get fat. He can't get
Yeah.
fat.
No,
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. He can't get fat.
Yeah.
and I
Thank
think
you.
for me,
Thank you, Mo. Thank you for agreeing with me.
I think where
Yeah.
it starts
Time
picking
travel
up,
is horrible.
yeah, that's one thing I do agree. I think the whole time travel fucking shit was
He
stupid.
figured out time travel effectively on the back of the napkin. He did it
Yeah.
in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
It's,
For me.
it totally just it took the air out of the room for me.
I think where it started picking up for me is Black Widow's death. That's where it
Well,
started picking up for me. It's her death.
Yeah.
Because then they get back together. They recreate it. Professor Hulk was fucking. That was totally
Stupid.
Melanie Matt Word. That's Melanie Matt Word.
Mhm.
A fig.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think my favorite fucking scene in the whole movie. There's two scenes at the very end. Well, there's a few things. Hulk holds up the Avengers facility is a good tie back to Secret Wars from World when he's holding up the mountain.
Yeah.
Captain America finally saying Avengers Assemble, and Captain
Right.
Yeah.
America finally
Okay.
willing Mjolnir paying
that-
off from Age of Ultron.
On that,
That's what I
this is
love about the
why I
movie.
don't even like. This is the reason why I also don't like this movie either. It's because of the fact that Captain America, when he disappears, when he goes back in time or whatever, that you ruined his character because you're telling me that Captain America sit out all those years. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So you know how I like watching these channels that shill and they explain stuff, right? So I was watching this one channel and they were saying that technically that Captain America is the variant. It's not our Captain America, and I'm like, that still is stupid. It's still stupid.
Yes,
It's
that's what I'm
still
saying.
fucking
Like,
stupid. Yeah,
Captain would never do such a thing, Ebola.
it's not Cap.
It's like-
Cap literally went back in time for pussy and never fucking came back.
I was about
That's
to
what it
say,
was.
you're telling me that Captain
he went
America
for
would not
pussy.
stop in the civil rights movement or any of that? Like, I mean, he's just passing all these Vietnam. Like, he's just not gonna stop
He
and do
only
anything.
wanted
Like,
he only wanted that British fucking pussy. That's all he wanted. That's all he
you made
wanted.
him
And
a
he got
simp.
it. He got yeah.
The way they
Besides,
could have done the way they could have done this was this, and it would have been really simple. You would have had like another person like come back as a different Captain America. Like he just says like, "Hi, my name is Captain America.
Give
I'm
the
from
shield to
Earth so
Bucky.
so." Yeah.
Give the shield to
No, I'm
Bucky.
just saying if they needed no hold on, like if they needed a Captain America, let's just say like okay, he doesn't pass on the shield to like Bucky or Hawk or what's it called? Falcon or whatever. Like you could have easily just recast the character and just say like, "Hi, my name is Captain America. I'm from Earth so and so and everything. I'm here to stay
Right.
and everything." Like my Steve
Make
explained
it like Earth
everything.
370. Whatever.
Yeah, your Steve explained everything what's gone on to me and in this thing. And you know what you could have done? You could have made that that Captain America into like the variant off of like Spider-Man animated series, like if he's out of the void and everything,
Right.
and bam, that's how you do it.
Right.
There you go. I just
Okay.
saved all the stuff. There you go.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Spider-Man Far From Home. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's-
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
I thought Far From Home was better than the first.
I thought it was great. I
thought it was better than Homecoming. I don't think it's GOAT tier, but I think it's better than Homecoming.
Yeah. It's great.
Mysterio, he's like one of the first Spider-Man
It lead us into No Way Home.
gallery that we finally got.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jake Gyllenhaal, I loved him as the character, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
true to Mysterio from the comic books.
Because
I
he was
think
not
it's a
only
great-
manipulative as Mysterio, but he was
Mhm.
manipulative as a person outside of the costume.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he
Yeah.
nailed that. He nailed it.
And
All right.
he unmasked Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Then we got, and I'm gonna tell you, I know it's not on here, but Spider-Man No Way Home, GOAT. It's GOAT.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
GOAT. It's on GOAT tier because of, to me, it's the strongest of the trilogy. In my opinion, it's the strongest of the trilogy.
Okay. But
I
as
mean-
far as the Infinity Saga, phase 1 through
Yeah.
3, the 23 movies,
Mm-hmm.
is there
This was a good.
any last minute adjustments anyone wants to make?
I'm good,
Any
bro.
disagreements,
I'm
statements? Okay, this is it.
Okay. What does the chat think? You think this is good? Do you think we
They've been-
should change
I
stuff?
think this is pretty fair.
They've been
Yeah.
pretty with us the whole time. They've been
Yeah.
pretty in agreement. I'm definitely downloading and saving this tier list. I'm going to throw it up in the server.
Yeah, save it, and
So
then we can put it
people
in the
can-
GCA and put it
Yeah.
in our thing too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people can argue about it. Let them argue about it. Let's do it. Why
Yeah.
not?
I think it's
Okay.
hey, it's better than the one we saw like not too long ago. At least we fucking argued points for this
Yes.
fucking
Yeah.
these
Yes.
movies.
Right. There's a
Yeah.
legitimate discussion.
All right, so folks,
So-
go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna say the let's just show up our stuff real quick, and then we can wrap this thing up. Like, what
Absolutely.
are our recommendations before we?
All right.
Please.
Absolutely.
For me, I am going to recommend if you love
I do enjoy it.
Tokusatsu like fucking Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and Super Sentai, here is a movie called Super Inframan. It's from 1975. It is on YouTube, English dub. It's a hokey mid 70s movie that's 3 different genres in one movie. I love this movie and I recommend it. It is on YouTube. It is with English dub. If you like a crazy zany movie, go watch it. Jake, what is your music one?
Oh, my recommendation for music this week. Last week, I chose a very specific example, but this week I'm going to give it a little bit of a throwback, as you guys might be able to see, and as you guys might know, that besides being a voice actor, an artist, and political writer, I love video games and metal music. And one of the bands I really love, Virginia's own Lamb of God. And I am going to recommend one of Lamb of God's, easily not their breakout album, but the one that really launched them into stardom. I'm going to recommend the album Sacrament from 2006. And I'm going to recommend one of their underrated songs off that album, Foot to Throat. So go listen to Sacrament. Go enjoy it. It probably has their most popular song on there, Redneck, as the lead song on the album. But if you guys are into metal, if you're into hard rock even, listen to Lamb of God, listen to Sacrament. And people call it death metal. It's not death metal. It's the new wave of American heavy metal. And Lamb of God were the forerunners of that. They were the ones blazing the trail.
So what you got for us, Kreese?
So, anime wise, definitely
Thank you, good sir.
Phantom. I think you like this one right here. Some G Gundam. Like, it's 30th anniversary or whatever this year. Of course, with G Gundam, if you are a Gundam fan, Dragon Ball Z fan, or just like into martial arts, this is the series right here, man. Definitely, it is. It's basically a different series of Gundam, because if you know Gundam, it's really political, really like stoic, and really like politically heavy. This is just more of a little bit of a fun thing. It's martial arts, boxing, kickboxing, like shonen on steroids, man. Of course, it's the 30th anniversary. I saw like some ads on like they're doing some special stuff too. But yeah, man, it's an English dub. You can watch this in English and sub. For all you sub fans, buy the Blu-ray. You can switch it to sub, but like highly recommend the English, because guess what? It's really cheesy. It's funny. It knows what it is, and yeah, highly recommend this one, G Gundam. Go check it out. That's my recommendation for anime.
Very good.
And in my opinion, it's the strongest in the Gundam series. It's the strongest. I love that. It's got a beginning, a middle, and end.
Hallelujah.
Great hero, Domon Kashu. Great story. The fights are well done. It still holds up to this day. And this is like what, 95, 94, 95 when this came out.
It's the 30th anniversary.
But then
Yeah.
So we didn't get this until like the early 2000s on Toonami. This is like the flagship show on Toonami when they started.
Yeah.
So so Jake, what you got coming up, brother?
Oh gosh, let's see. Well, for myself, I don't really have much coming up because ABF is going to be off for work. So we're not sure if we're going to do a pre-recorded episode of Off the Hip. But so Monday, that's probably not going to be taking place. As far as next week goes, ultimately, on Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be a part of the Melee Games Community Night. We're going to be playing Halo Master Chief Collection. There's 3 or 4 more spots that are still open for people that want to sign up, that are if they're a part of the Melee Game server and they want to be part of the Community Night playing Halo Master Chief Collection. By all means, come on in. And other than coming back for the homies next week, that's all I got. That's all I got for the upcoming week.
So I got
and
a
I
question.
appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'm sorry, what's that, Phantom? Go ahead.
So with the Halo Master Chief, is this story mode or multiplayer?
It's going to be multiplayer only. It's going to be 16 of us. We're going to be doing 8v8s. And it's just going to be multiplayer only, so you can be console or PC. If you want to be a part of that, I can throw that out there.
Sign me up.
Invite you to the
sign me. You know.
Well, you're gonna have to sign your own ass up. I'll invite you into the server, and then you can sign up for it.
I'm in Melee Games.
Oh well, then there you go. So, anyways, guys,
I'll be there, man. I so play fucking Halo. You know how we play Halo.
Then I will link. Oh yeah. Well, then I'll link it to you in a DM. You can sign up for it. So, anyways, guys, I've been Jake. My stuff is here. I do voice acting. I do political writing. I love video games. I love metal music. I'll talk to anyone about them. You can find me on X or Twitter. Find me on Instagram. Find me on Discord. As always, be well. Peace out. Horns up and rock on, guys.
So, Kreese, what you got coming up, brother?
So, definitely me and my friend Adam, aka the Canaan Wolf. We're doing like we're gonna be doing Mortal Kombat Annihilation soon. Trying to get that video out soon. Also, next Thursday will be Cobra Kai season 6, at least the first part of it. So the first 5 episodes on that. Most likely I will be with the Kings of Pop Culture, but I'll still make it on here. Don't worry, we're still the homies is still gonna do its thing or whatever. But
That's
I'm
right.
gonna make it work and everything. So I'm gonna be probably pulling overtime, but you know what? That's the fun part. But yeah, that's what I got coming up next week or whatever. So we're definitely getting ready for Cobra Kai, definitely because we're gonna show no mercy. Kreese, John Kreese.
So you guys keep an eye out on both the homies channel and my main channel. There will be a video coming out about the new controversy with Boogie 2988. Apparently he lied about his cancer diagnosis from 2 years ago.
2 years.
And also, I also want to give a big, huge shout out to the GCA.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. We love you guys.
Yeah.
We respect
Thank
you
you, man.
guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you for walking so we can run.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
Thank
boy,
you.
they're sprinting too. They're getting fast. Absolutely. Hail the
Thank
Fellowship,
you.
hail the 199, the GCA. Doing it for the homies.
Yeah.
That's what's up, baby.
Thank you for tolerating our dumbasses, especially mine.
Thank you, Kreese, for just
Also-
fucking getting in there, man.
Yeah.
Pulled in a ringer.
Hey man,
We love it, baby.
anything for
Show
you
out.
guys, man. Anything. Yeah.
We
So
really appreciate it, man.
Also, I'm going to be working on some new videos. We're gonna do a new format for next week. Like with the
Breaking news.
the trailers, we might do a different way. We're going to do it. We might just pre-record
Yeah.
us. Yeah, we might pre-record stuff. We haven't worked on it yet.
Yeah, we're thinking about
also,
doing more
next
pre-recorded
week-
stuff so that we don't have 3.5
Special
hour
episode.
podcast episodes for everybody.
Yeah. So we're gonna next week, episode 8 of the Acolyte review. We're gonna have a special guest. Can we go ahead and name him? I think we can.
No, let's save it as a
Because we
secret.
know we're gonna
gonna
have
save
a
it,
secret.
save it.
Liquid
Yeah, save it.
Ebola is going to be our first guest on For the Homies. I know. I mean, we know
Fuck
Liquid Ebola. He likes somebody. He just can't fucking admit it.
Oh jeez, man. All right, can we end this
And,
episode like?
Just roll it, Phantom. Just roll that shit. Just roll it.
Deuces, baby. Thank you for coming. I'm Phantom X. He's Big Dog Jake. He's MMA Kreese. This is For the Homies. We will see you next week. We are out. Later, nerds.